The Rap Roundtable.
Episode 142 of New York and hip hop's #1 podcast, The Rap Roundtable. Get your ones up. For the rest of you haters,
you niggas what?
I don't gotta say too much. It's your boy Jarv here alongside Sincere the Rap Snob.
What up?
Alongside Deanie the Bounce, alongside the #1 Drake fan in the world, OVO Mase. What's the word?
My God.
You know what I mean? Everybody hit the like button, hit the subscribe option, hit the notification bell.
All that.
You know, we need 500 likes on each and every video.
Yes.
But if you can still make close to that, that'd be nice. Y'all press play. As soon as you press play, immediately go over to the like button. Y'all been slacking on the likes. We saw them perk up just a tad bit last week, but don't forget to hit the like button. Y'all rush the curses out. Y'all rush the right comments. Some of y'all bypass the chat to make sure that we see your comment. The least you could do when you telling us off is hit the like button. Let's make it transactional. Your curses out, but hit the likes.
Please.
You know what I mean? That's all I'm asking for.
And don't forget about the hype button.
Yes, swipe and hype.
Swipe and hype. Shit. We don't ask for too much around here. And all donations are appreciated. You know, for the people who choose to do so, we appreciate it. But all we ever ask for is free shit. Like, subscribe, swipe and hype. Simple.
Quick tap on the screen.
Come on now.
Like,
Listen,
The beat you hear in the background is brought to you by Sincere BC Makes Beats.
holla at me.
super producer.
You can find a Rap Roundtable each and everywhere on social media now, including TikTok. We are on TikTok. I've avoided it like the plague. I technically haven't even touched the account yet because I TikTok. So, you know, but I've realized that I kind of have to engage in the TikTok.
It's a world out there.
If you got a teenager that don't mind working for free, wants a resume bump and has media aspirations, we love an intern. Let us know. You know what I mean? Also, we talked about it off wax. We might need some chat moderators. Anyone who's interested, we're not allowing just anybody. All of the vets, let me specify, all of the true supporters and the vets of the show who watch religiously. If you're interested in being a moderator, let us know. DM us on Instagram, DM us on Twitter, wherever, and we'll put it all together. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's get into this podcast. We got a lot of things to talk about, and as always,
we are tonight's entertainment.
Yes, sir,
all right,
sir.
so you know, new tradition here that we've established over the last, I would say, 2 months is we get into what we're listening to right now. You know, this is a music pod. You know, like they've been trying to use the word gossip around us because sometimes we talk about rappers in ways where we're talking about the character of the rappers and the decisions they make. Somehow we get called gossipers. But, you know, I learned something today, in fact. Sincere threw us a screenshot in the group chat. And it was like, this selective listening thing is real crazy. And it's like, I've even underplayed how important or how dangerous selective listening is, because we did a reaction to the J. Cole little mixtape EP. I guess it is like both, right? A mixtape and an EP. And we said we're going to do it in 2 sections. We're going to do the negatives and the positives, but we're going to start with the positives.
Yes, sir.
We did positives up until the 1625 mark.
Great job, by the way.
Of the video. Appreciate that. Yet someone in the comment section came along and said that y'all said y'all were going to do positives and negatives, but y'all started negative anyway. And I had to go play. I said, did I say something? Did Sin say something crazy? So I had to go on the playback to make sure I wasn't tripping. And we didn't get it. Like, Sin didn't even announced that we were going negative at 1625. So selective listening is dangerous. And we understand that, but let's be clear. This is a music podcast. Sometimes we talk about character assessments because of the information that's been received to us by way of the artist. But in the midst of that, we like to talk about the music that we ingest.
And also, if I can add, and it'll be quick, in 2026, the social media age, it's unavoidable. Like, all of these artists are on social media. They're making statements. They're tweeting. They're on IG with captions and stories. Like, they let us into their life more than ever before. You know, so this is not 1996 where it was just the music and there was this separation between the fan and the artist. The label handles all of their promotion, all of their pub, and we don't get that look behind the curtain. Today, the curtain's always pulled back at every moment. So we do what we do with the information that's given to us, and it's given to us freely. We didn't ask for it. You know what I mean? J. Cole decided to make a statement about like why, and we're gonna get into it. Why he decided to make it a double album and put up add a new cover art for the double album. We didn't ask for that. Nobody asked. He did it of his own free will. So we do with that what we will.
Walter God, we need your assist in the lobby area. We need you to get someone for the lobby for us. Yeah. Anyway. Is the sign down?
Salute to Ginobili.
Yeah.
The sign is not there?
It's ice. All ice,
Oh,
bro.
that explains everything.
No space for nothing.
I will refrain from
And it's not
being
open?
agitated. Well, I explained, go through the driveway, the doors are open, but I guess, I'm not deleting this either. I digress, but let's get into it. What are we listening to right now? So Sid Rapstein, we'll start with you, man.
Well, listen, despite whatever thoughts we've had about J. Cole, both positive and negative, what J. Cole successfully did was inspire me to go back into the archives and listen to old classic DJ Clue freestyles.
Cook.
And then that just opened the floodgates to just like classic freestyles in general.
Sin, you actually gave us the archive to the Clue tapes.
I did.
recently,
Yeah,
right?
Shout
I
out
did.
to you, Sin.
And so yeah, just digging into the archives, the Nas Foulness freestyles.
Man.
You know what I mean?
Talk about
Parts
it.
1 through 4, Nature on 2 of them.
Little
The
triangle
Eye for an Eye
offense.
joint, huh?
A little triangle offense action.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Eye for an Eye joint. Classic Locks freestyles. You know what I mean? Classic Jadakiss freestyles, of course.
What a time.
Listening to Checkmate. Checkmate is
Drama time.
who else? Big Pun freestyles.
Damn.
The Toe to Toe freestyle with Cuban Link.
Yo.
Always
Wow.
Yo.
always a classic.
Tough.
That's yo.
Tough.
with the
I ain't took
clones
a sip
beat.
yet.
Cook.
It's just so many. Jay the Ash. Well, first Jadakiss the Who Shot Your freestyle, which of course is now infamous, iconic for the rest of time.
Yes.
But then Jay-Z the I Shot Your freestyle over the I Shot Your beat. The LL Cool J I Shot Your beat. It's just so many classic freestyles, man. I might have to do a series on YouTube, on our page, on Twitter, maybe. I don't know, some, but like these freestyles, I feel this is the thing, because we were talking last episode about the soundtrack era.
Yeah.
And I feel that the freestyle era is also like a bygone era. Like I know Flex was keeping it alive, Sway,
LA Leakers.
but those freestyles are, you go up there and it's like by appointment.
Right.
It's like this is the by appointment era.
They're not really freestyles a lot of
You know what I
times.
mean? Like it's not just like, yo, I'm going up to the radio station and spitting live.
They're not
And
as raw.
that era of spitting live at the radio station is so lost.
Gone, bro.
So
Shout out to
I
Corey
just
Guns. Corey Guns just had one of them joints at Funk Flex.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Shout out to Corey.
So that whole era, the mixtape era. And another thing too, the DJ Clue shit, a lot of this generation is not going to know about it because it's stuck on those street mixtapes that's not on streaming anywhere.
man.
You have to find them in the special archive. If you don't know about it, then you don't know about it.
And they got rid of all those good sites that had all the classic joints.
Right,
on
the
them, you know what I'm
Dat
saying?
Piff and all
There
that.
you go.
So, yeah, they're like lost in limbo somewhere. And if you weren't around for it, if you weren't there for it, you might not know about it. But like that classic era of freestyles where you go into the hood and cop a mixtape,
Yeah.
the
The golden era.
you got to be in the streets for that. So, yeah, that bygone era, I miss it, man. So, shouts to J. Cole for at least doing that.
All right, Cole.
Word.
That's a win.
Salute.
For Cole.
Shout out to J. Cole. This nigga sitting here yapping again. 1 to 2 sentences, you know what I mean?
I thought you was handling business.
Buying time.
Fuck that.
Off the improv, Sin.
That in particular has irritated me to know. You know what I mean? I'm trying to keep it
I
together.
see you, bro. We got you. We got your back, Johnny.
I've spiraled just a little bit, and I caught myself because again, I'm not the person I used to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? I did.
Yo,
I don't know what the fuck going on.
you gonna get it right though. Whatever
What are you
it is.
listening to right now?
Philly artist actually. I actually spun an album by the name of Unseen Potential by artist by the name of Nair Costello, the homie that we met the night at the Alchemist. We had that 2-hour long conversation about hip hop and all other shit at the Alchemist movie premiere joint. And they actually wound up letting niggas in after we leave, which is kind of crazy. But shout out to him. Dope to listen to because first of all, Philly artists are just fire. You know how Philly give it up with the rapping, but like the thing I give him props on, bro, like the introspection, like the transparency, the accountability. It's like a nigga who knows like I fucked up and it's acknowledge it in the music. You know, I respect that because everybody's the man in their music. Nobody's the nigga that made the mistakes or the nigga that fucked up trying to get their way back. So shout out to him. Dope album. The single Unseen Potential with Oskino from State Prop.
Okay.
Fire. Shout out to that boy, man.
Shout out, Masito.
Salute.
What are you listening to right now?
Y'all know me, a little bit of old, a little bit of new. So I've been, due to the Fab versus Banks conversation, I've been running some old Banks mixtapes. I'm like you, Sin. One time, one of my favorite rappers ever, Money in the Bank. 50 Cent is the future. No Mercy, No Fear. Classic tapes. That Banks 03 through 05 run was incredible. On the new side, one of my other favorite rappers ever, or let me not say one of my favorite rappers ever, but I'll say of all rappers 2010 and after, this guy is in my top 5 favorites. G Herbo. He released 2 albums last year. Lil Herb and The Greatest Rapper Alive. That's the one with the rock beats and the locks beats and all of that. So I've been giving G Herbo, offbeat flow as is, but I've been giving G Herbo a little bit of a spin. You know what I mean? 2 of my favorites. You know what I mean? Old and new.
Shout out to Herbo.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, much like Sin, I've listened to the Cole tape. I don't want to lie to the public, act like I haven't been listening to it. So I put some ears on it, and cool. Like to quote Sin, there's some high highs and there's some clunkers on there. But after I listened to that, I immediately went back to the Conway album. That's really where I'm at as a person, as a human being right now.
Great album.
The Conway album, there's nothing that has forced me to remove that from the keynote spins.
Say that.
There's other things, yes, that I'm listening to, still listening to that Fresh Daily tape hard, you know what I mean? But that Conway album is something else, man.
Can't kill God with bullets, man.
Cannot kill God with bullets. Some really high highs on there, immaculate rapping, great song making, and it's good to hear him in the space that he's in, still uber competitive, chip on his shoulder, a point to prove, whether it's internally within Griselda or to the masses at large. Like, he's rapping at a high level right now. And quite frankly, it's like, this whole conversation about rap becoming, or hip hop going back to the essence, and they're trying to credit so many other people for it, including Kendrick. No shot, Sin. I promise I come in peace. But what I'm not gonna do as part of this platform is allow them to look over what the Griselda guys have been doing. Because to me, the Griselda guys, if this hip hop conversation is a skyscraper in 2026, they are the infrastructure of that skyscraper. We don't get here without them. And to me, if you want to talk about Cole and he's doing it with the bars and he's doing it with the bars, well, again, you got to divert back to Griselda. And you got to listen to the Conways, because what he just dropped, if this was a 2026 release, I'd have it front and center as runaway album of the year throughout the year. And I'm still looking at the rest of y'all like, y'all got to compete with this shit. Y'all got to pass that. So hands down, I'm listening to that. And, shout out to the J. Cole fans. We're going to get into this topic right now. Waste no time. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe option, hit the notification bell, because J. Cole is the top of the food chain as far as rap conversations are concerned. So much so that you have Carmelo Anthony's podcast, 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, with SP doing a guest appearance talking about the J. Cole and the Kendricks and the Drakes of it all. So all of the platforms, everyone who has a microphone in front of them right now understands that J. Cole is the clickable item in hip hop right now.
sure.
And there was talk about him putting out a double album. And what we've gained is that there was an album that was done before the beef, the battle to end all battles apparently. And then there was music recorded after the apology heard around the world in front of 52,000 of his own people.
52,000.
So, you know, there's been some cackling in the comment sections. There's been some cackling as far as how he worded the reasoning behind the double album. So I want to have that conversation with y'all and with my guys. What do y'all think about J. Cole's double album and how he got to the point where he chose to do said double album, Sen?
I mean, it's a little weird to me that he's had this album planned for as he says it 10 years, and at no point was it gonna be a double album till like 2 years ago when all of this transpired.
I'll calculate the weeks in a second.
It just, I mean, I don't know. I've been accused of having a cape on today, but like I'm gonna have to say it. Like
You gotta relax, bro.
It's crazy.
You took that way too personally, bro. There was no harm
I think I'm
meant.
in the middle. I think I'm in the middle of my take.
No, I'm just saying.
I think I'm in the middle
You
of my
gotta,
take.
you gotta let that go.
I think I'm in the middle of my take.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Are you gonna let it go?
So,
He's trying to argue. I came
But-
with peace.
We just started, gang.
You know, since you
But it's-
early at
but
the
it's
bro.
crazy.
You know,
No
Sin
reason.
don't
But
play.
it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy that how Kendrick, appeared on the scene, did what he did, and he's like vastly changed the trajectory of both of these artists, Drake and J. Cole. I would, if I'm Cole, I wouldn't have even made that public. I wouldn't have even publicly said that. Like, why? Because now we know that for 8 years this was going to be a single CD, a single regular album. Now it's going to be a double album. You have an entire second disc's worth of music addressing what's happened in the past 2 years.
What's
That's
wrong?
a lot.
What's wrong with that? Ain't that what we want artists to do?
It's a lot.
See, this is
Damn,
why
It's a lot.
Well, this is why.
So 8 years. Hold on.
All right, go ahead.
Eight
Go ahead.
years. 8 years went into disc 1, and then only 2 years went into disc 2. That's a lot for a whole extra disc.
Life
No,
changes.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna save my take, but I just want
is my math not mathing?
Life
your math is
changes, Sin.
mathing, right?
All right.
But I just want y'all to see why I said what I said in the group chat today about the cape. This man right here, shoulders is by his ears. He's just doing a lot right now. Like God, my thing. You know what I mean? Teeny the balance.
Oh man, I think he had a lot to say. I think he had a lot to say before the whole thing transpired, and I think like now that we're in after the apology, I think there's a lot of shit more that he has to say. I feel like the plan kind of like you got all these songs in the stash. Like I can't wait to release these songs, and these songs will affect the masses like how they're supposed to affect the masses. And then this thing transpired where the people don't look at me like that anymore. You get what I'm saying? So the second album could be like trying to like win back favor. But I don't want to use win back favor, but I can't lie. He's a part of the culture, bro. He's a part of the actual, like where that stuff was taken seriously. He's from, like, J. Cole's not 25, bro. He's 41 now. So he understands the rules of engagement. He understands protocol.
Does he?
Following through is not the same thing as understanding. You can understand how something works and totally go against what
He's
it
double
is.
talking right now.
I'm not.
If he understands the rules of engagement, then there's no way in his right mind he would have done what he did. But we're not talking about
But
that tonight.
what I'm saying is understanding the rules of engagement and following the rules of engagement. Like if someone slapped the shit out of you, you're supposed to slap the shit out of him back.
Fair play.
But if you don't, you can understand the way this shit's supposed to work and it's not followed through. You get
But then
what
when
I'm
the
saying?
J. Cole fans say that we are too harsh on him because he did some sucker shit by way of the rules of engagement, they be like, there's no rule book. What are you guys talking about? You're old.
But by the checklist and by the structure and the rules that J. Cole's from, the one he apologized to Nas, we didn't. You know what I'm saying? By his very structure, the way he sees the game, what he did is whack. And even if He spits again. He understands that the people are gonna want to hear that, bro. They're gonna want to hear. Remember I said it on the pod, bro. Like I want. What did you have for breakfast when you wrote 7 Minute Drill? Like what did the day start like? Did you get enough sleep? Did you eat? Did you drink some herbal tea? What happened, bro? Did you get some shots up? Like what happened for the day that you dropped that music and it didn't do what it was supposed to do? I think Cole's gonna have heat from the heat that he already had for said 8 years that you said he was planning it. But I think the 2 years now is basically like. It's a revamp, bro. It's a complete different train of thought. It's like between having a kid and not having a kid. How your whole life will change in 1 year after having a kid. I think it's almost like that for him. He went from being the number one guy to being like not mentioned at all. You get what I'm saying? It's a whole different mindset that he has to go through. And I think this album is going to entail that.
I don't think he's not mentioned at all.
Okay, once the minute... anything after the word I'm, and if the word's an adjective of like bravado or power, it automatically gonna perk your ears up. I'm that nigga. Whoopsie. I'm the best.
So
Toasty.
for the sake of clarity, because we gotta be clear for these emotional J. Cole fans that be ready to curse us out
They'll
every
be
time
there.
we talk about him. You're saying that you're okay with the format of the double album being, all right, this is what I had prior to, and I added this afterwards?
I'm entirely with that because life has been so different afterwards, bro.
Okay.
Like 2 years ago, or how many weeks Mase was gonna say, like life was completely different before
Doing
the
my
apology,
Googles.
bro. Like it's a completely different realm for him. You get what I'm saying? Like no one's looking at him the same aside from like the diehards, and they're always gonna look at him the same because they're diehards.
Fair play.
But the people who love him, the people who love the culture, the people who are from the era he's from, our era, that shit was just it's unforgivable, bro. You know?
Macito, your thoughts on this double album and the way it's gonna be constructed apparently?
Let's start with the basis that more music from J. Cole is not a bad thing.
Hands down, like let's be clear, you know, like we don't mind hearing raps from J. Cole. Maybe not Sin, judgy ass, but the
Sin be
rest of
listening
us
on the low,
are
bro.
cool with new
Send
music from
bars,
Cole.
man.
Sin was refreshing that YouTube looking for
Facts.
the freestyles, bro.
He was.
You know what I'm saying?
He was.
We have-
To judge it.
we have
Sent them
well, I didn't pay the dollar. I know that much.
This is true.
You ain't get my dollar.
I paid the dollar. I don't care. You know what I mean?
Facts right
Fuck
off.
that shit.
Right. You know what I mean? What's a dollar?
So
shit.
more music
Nigga
from
coming here with $600 bricks and he only know about $1? The fuck out of here.
The principle, Sin.
shopping for vintage
Yeah.
clothing
Hell
before
yeah.
the pod.
$400 polos.
Calling us poor before we press play. Throwback rugbies and
Y'all
shit.
niggas ain't got it.
I'm talking about what's 200 to Sin,
You know what I
okay?
mean? Telling us you niggas wrong. You know what I mean? Like, what we talking about here?
So we gotta start there.
It's well,
Right,
yeah.
like the fact that we getting all this.
Nah,
music,
hold on. No, you know what it is? You know what it is?
comedy.
What happened,
Because
man? Tell us, bro.
Cole could have very easily given that shit away for free. Because like, what's $1? Honestly, you know what I mean? He just wanted to have some sort of metric to track how many people bought the shit.
that's
And
important.
it wasn't.
But that's
and
part
it
of
wasn't,
it,
it wasn't gonna be
There
me.
you go.
That's
See how,
important.
see
though.
I'm
how
sorry.
this
Man.
judging ass nigga?
It wasn't gonna be me.
You know what? I'm not mad at what he did because it leans into what I always talk about as far as having a measurable metric of who got motion
I
and who
thought
really
about that.
don't.
A lot of people spent that dollar. Though.
When I seen that, I
I'm
thought
sure he
about
made
what
$1
y'all
million
said.
that night, my nigga.
a lot of people.
Yeah?
This shit crashed.
At least
you know?
100,000. At least 100,000.
I probably got the
least.
tracks
I think more than
faster
that.
ripping them off YouTube than the
brother.
people that paid $1 on his whack ass website.
Brother. Sin,
Website
man.
was a little choppy.
Sign
you
out.
know,
I'm
it's
Sign
sorry.
back in.
Oh,
I'm
cuz.
sorry.
I wouldn't call it whack. You know,
Sin
it's a
is
website.
unforgiving.
I'm
you know?
sorry, but you got this is your fault.
A lot of
dog.
traffic
You got
up
me
there.
here.
I didn't know you got yourself
You
here.
got me here.
This is how it
From
starts.
earlier this morning, you got me here. This is who.
I
This
didn't
is
know-
who you getting tonight on the
Nah,
pod. Fuck that
you
shit.
misjudged the situation, bro.
Nah, all right. I know.
Like-
I've known you for many
Bro,
years, bro.
nah,
me
matter
smoke.
of
I've known
fact,
you
I'm
for
gonna let
many years.
Macito finish, and then I'm gonna
Go
say what
ahead.
I gotta
It's a little
say.
smoky.
Because he tripping.
This is who you getting tonight.
The audience has
shit.
never wanted to hear me less, but I'll finish my
Sin
my
ain't even
point.
get the second drink
I'll
yet.
finish my point. So yeah, of course, I want to hear all of it. I want to hear what the fall off sounded before. I want to hear what the music sounds like now. I want to hear all of that because before this issue, we all wanted to hear the fall off. J. Cole was rapping at a super high level, which he's still rapping at now. And we wanted to hear the music. So we wanted to hear that already. So that didn't change for me. And obviously we want to hear where his head is at now, what he's thinking now. So both aspects of it are essential. Now, in the scheme of an album, I do think it's gonna hurt, right? Because this whole fall off, it seems like such a centralized theme, like something that they say that originally the plan was he was gonna have a bunch of rappers that people felt fell off feature on the record. I don't know if y'all heard that rumor.
No, I
like
didn't.
Cam was gonna be on a song and Waka Flocka was gonna be on a song, and like a
dope,
bunch
though.
of
Yeah.
older
Concept.
rappers that he grew up on.
Concept is dope.
Were part of it, right? So it was a deeply conceptual record where he was rapping at a super high level. So I wanted to hear that, you know what I mean? But if half the album is gonna sound like the last 10 years and this album is gonna be him explaining what happened, I think it's gonna be just a non-cohesive album. I think that might hurt the final product.
Yeah.
So even though I do want to hear, like, I don't know if, he just released a mixtape. He could release another mixtape. But obviously he put in so much work with this, he wants to drop it on a DSP. So he's in a difficult position.
Right.
But I do think that, hearing it is going to probably be a little uneven. You know what I mean? Considering, like the work that he put in, this shit was supposed to drop so long ago. So it's going to be difficult. I do think it hurts him. And another thing is that these long explanations, these long-winded, like, just put it in the raps, bro.
What is it? The thing that feeds the algorithm?
Right,
like, boy,
right.
You don't
You know
shut
what I mean?
the fuck
Like,
up.
what are you
boy.
talking about? Like, you scared to say battle? You scared to look Kendrick in the eye in your album cover? That's not a good look for you. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's a J. Cole works best when it's just the music. You know what I mean? He's Kevin Durant. I don't want to see the tweets. Just put up them jump shots. Give us 30. You know what I'm saying? So, I still think that obviously the noise from everywhere is still affecting him and still affecting every move he makes and what he's doing. And that ultimately is an issue because J. Cole was as no frills of an artist as we got. Platinum with no features. So his swag is a little bit thrown off, clearly. You know what I mean? The y'all did an excellent job right on the spot with this DJ Clue freestyle joint that he did. That was a step in the right direction. That's what we want. You know what I mean? He's as close as it gets to the things we liked about rappers. You know what I mean? In a modern time, we got to be real here. Like, just putting the bars, rapping over classic beats. Like, this is what we love. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that he's made a misstep musically, if y'all want me to be honest. And so with that being concerned, I think I'm excited. My excitement level has gotten higher with the music product that J. Cole has dropped. So I think he's in, it's everything else around it. You know what I'm saying? That's really the issue.
It's the noise.
It's the noise, you know what I mean? Which he's adding to. You know what I mean? Like, J. Cole, we don't need a podcast. We don't need, long paragraphs about why you're doing this and why you're doing that. You always say it best in the music. And I think that's really where I'm at right now with it.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
So are you telling me that the original plan was for J. Cole to tell us how he's the best rapper alive, rapping next to Waka Flocka?
I like the Waka Flocka.
That was the plan?
Sid will not let him live.
Go ahead.
I didn't know Sid hated Cole as much as Drake, bro. This is like a new revelation to me, bro.
on,
like, I'm
bro.
gonna be
Like,
honest.
Yo, like, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, you gotta relax. And
Here's
like,
the thing.
You won't
The more-
go with this shit. Like, you two won't go. I'm a cook now, nigga. Fuck that.
The more people tell me to let it go, the less I'm gonna let it go.
Well,
So-
okay, you a pitbull now? Like, you know what I mean? But anyway, for the record, Game put out a mixtape that we talked about on Monday, right?
Yeah.
There's a Kendrick line in there that I've generally ignored most of the day. But by around, I want to say maybe 4 p.m., I'm like, I'm seeing this shit again on a different platform.
Everywhere.
I throw this shit in the group chat because, of course, it's Kendrick and someone's calling Kenny out. It's Game. It's rappers that we want to hear rap, whatever. Ironic, that word. Throw that shit in the chat. Sin say whatever's apropos. So I'm paraphrasing. But the name of the song is whatever. Sin was playing off the name saying whatever to the line that Game threw at
Oh, this
Kendrick.
is what we're talking about? Okay.
And I'm getting there because
All right.
since you said it's my fault, I'm explaining how it's not my fault. So
I'm sorry. I tuned out for a second and I tuned back in and I'm like, oh, we're not talking about J. Cole now.
No.
All right.
No,
I'm
Cole
gonna get to
still-
Cole in a second.
He's still in
But I'm
the
gonna defend my name. God damn it. So I threw the shit in the chat. Sin immediately says whatever. Now in the past, let's be clear. In the past, when we've mentioned Game, we'll say things like Game does corny things. But as far as rapping goes, I've been the Game antagonist. I feel like in the past, Sin has thrown bail for Game. So I was like, yo, Sin, take the cape off, because Sin is a Kendrick fan. You're like, yo, chill, in my mind, you just be objective here for a second. Like, it's Game calling out Kendrick. Do we not want to see this? This nigga say I'm caping for Game now. Oh, did y'all defend the Game? Like, what are we doing here? Next thing you know, I'm the asshole.
Well, I mean, bringing up the term cape in that conversation was unnecessary. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, so cape
because
is touchy? But
it's not.
You are a proud touchy. Kendrick cape wearer.
That's
I thought
true.
we understood that.
That is 100% true. I will throw on my Kendrick cape.
You wearing it right now. You ain't got to throw it on. It's on.
7
nigga.
days a week, twice on Sundays. But
okay,
where the other part of that conversation is Game, and we've had this conversation at least 2 or 3 times on the podcast.
It was a little more than the name drops, and it was a call out.
He's called Kendrick out so many times. Why are we still talking about this?
Well, it's smoky right now.
Oh my God,
it's smoky.
It's smoky right now, is it not?
The song was called whatever.
Is it not
I said
smoky
whatever
right now?
is right. Because this is a whatever topic.
Is it not smoky right now? Is Kenny not the boogeyman? Is he not outside?
It's
Ain't niggas waiting for him to come back outside?
It's smoky, but
is it not smoky?
Like, how many times is Game gonna try to walk into the smoke?
Nigga,
stay over there.
So there's one thing to throw a pebble into a pond, right?
Oh,
it's another thing to talk shit when it's smoky. That's all I'm saying.
According to Game, he thinks it's always smoky.
Game say he the best in the West.
This is true though. That's a fact.
And if Kendrick the best, he got to prove it. That's what he's saying in the raps. That's all I'm saying.
He ain't got to prove it to Game.
Yeah, he does. Why not? If he could pick on Drake, he could squabble with motherfucking Game.
This is true though.
But anyway, to the other gripe I got with Sin tonight.
What's the word?
I don't even like how he talked about J. Cole's album. I'm gonna come clean. I'm gonna be honest. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, bro, this is a big album, right?
Yeah.
Is Jermaine Cole a person that we gotta consistently side eye for the things that he does? Hands down. Deleted made the video, he called them a fake friend, shit like that. We heard what Glasses said about the Diddy incident and how J. Cole allowed a narrative to go on for years without saying anything. We know that he's thrown subs at Kendrick. We know that he's thrown stones and hit his hand, 7-minute drill. Mm-hmm. He's what he relies on, and this is to me what makes J. Cole very dangerous is the fact that he has a large fan base of people who see him as this really good guy, aka the decent man. And he knows that particular fan base, no matter what he does and how he upsets anyone outside of that fan base, he can rely on a guaranteed million sales. He's built up that equity over close to a 15-year career, or maybe more than 15 now. I don't know the exact math on it. So it's like he can do anything that amounts to being super shady, and he'll get that off because he has so many fans that be like, you just don't understand, right? So with that being said, you're gonna do the fall off. Fall off been on the way. And I think that the idea of doing a double album, and this is the idea behind it, is genius. I like it because it's clear. It's a clear denomination as far as a J. Cole before 52,000 of his own fans and where he is right now in 2026, right? So why not make it a double album? Because granted, he did that goofy ass podcast that outside of J. Cole fans nobody cared about, right? But he is in a whole new algorithm, to use his word, than he was 2 years ago. Before that battle, he was in fact, we wanted to see Drake versus Kendrick, but you could argue that J. Cole was Clubber Lang to Kendrick's Rocky. Mm-hmm. That was the fade that needed to happen as far as two elite niggas getting together and doing it on wax. Pause if that's applicable, right? Because I don't trust y'all. You know what I mean? Then Kendrick, and this is the thing that gets me upset. We uncover it all right now. This is the thing that gets me upset about the J. Cole fans and this whole rhetoric. It wasn't his fight. I don't know how much y'all have seen it, but I've seen too much of that comment.
Quite a bit.
It was supposed to be Drake versus Kendrick. Bro, the man from California said, fuck the big three, it's just Big Me. He didn't say the big two, the dynamic duo, these two niggas over here. He said the big three. So if he says fuck the big three by proxy, that means what you call it gotta fuck you in that. J. Cole, right? So what is his argument? Is not his fight. Why is J. Cole throwing subs at him on multiple rap records?
For years.
Even on collaborations with Drake. What do y'all mean it's not his fight? So he changed his algorithm because he did all of this bullshit that all of the shoguns and all of the fans who are not coal miners, I think that's the name of them, right?
Oh,
not
man.
coal miners.
That's terrible.
Don't co-sign. He knows. That's why it's like when the Cole fans would curse this out and be like, oh, why y'all still talking about it? Oh, he don't gotta do this, he ain't do that, he ain't do that. He knows what he gotta do. He rapped about it. He on the fucking mixtape EP, he rapped about it. He knows he did some bullshit. So it's like, why not do a double album? Because you've essentially committed career sabotage to a certain degree. So why not do a double album where you talk about there's a golden career. The first disc is J. Cole's near flawless career when you think about it. No real static. He let that Diddy narrative live where he punched on Diddy in defense of Kendrick. In 2026, the truth finally gets revealed that it wasn't the case.
Held on to that.
Right? So he has all of this positivity. Then he sticks the landing with that album. But at the end of that album, lo and behold, he thought that he had such decent man equity that he could just apologize for dissing a nigga. And we'd be like, yeah, it's J. Cole. We don't give a fuck. Nah, buddy. We said you was the best. We said, all of the niggas who think the way we think gave you the crown. So you was the best nigga rapping. You got in the ring with the Griselda niggas and bodied Benny. You're him. We was saying, oh, you know, he's so good that he could probably round with a nigga like Ransom. We like to see it. Can he get in the ring with 38 Special? Can Conway get a feature? These are the conversations we were having. So you cannot run away from that now. So why not make an album about it? I don't understand why Sin would hate that. You know what I mean? Make an album about the shit, the mess you've made over the last 2 years. I want to hear that.
Well, I'm not saying I hate the concept of him putting it
You just don't
on
like
records. No. It's just that.
Tell your truth. Speak your truth, Sin.
It's that if I hear an artist like J. Cole that cares about his art so much, and he's been planning this album for 10 years, and for 8 of those years, it was just a one disc, quote unquote, one disc album. I mean, in streaming area, who cares? But like, it's a one disc album. It's a regular album, right? And then suddenly something makes you pivot and make it a double album to talk about stuff that happened recently. It's not that I don't want to hear about those things that happened recently. It's like, at least to me, it's like, nah, stick to the artistry that you had in mind for that whole 8 years and stick to your guns and drop the fall off the way you envisioned it for all that time. And you know, you want to be the guy that wants to like make believe that like all the smoke doesn't exist.
I don't agree with that. I don't think so.
I think that's who he's been for the most part.
I think the second disc is specifically about the smoke.
No. I understand that. But for the most part, he's been an artist that does not play the industry games and does not talk about industry shit.
Okay.
You know,
But
he's just like a guy that rides city bikes and, you know.
Sin, this ain't industry shit.
He was the guy that just rode city bikes, bro.
That's what
Now
I'm
it's
saying.
A whole nother
Look,
layer to it,
look,
now,
look,
bro.
and I understand. Things have changed. Things have changed.
Hence the music.
This
has to
ain't
change,
industry
bro.
shit though. This is hip hop shit. And he
music-
he feeling the pressure of the because he was the hip hop guy.
All right.
And he dropped the ball.
All right, maybe I'll admit, maybe industry shit is not the proper term. But like, J. Cole has always felt to me like somebody that lives in a bubble, in his own bubble. And somebody burst his bubble.
Sin. Matter of fact, I gotta adjust myself in the motherfucking chair now. You getting me upset.
And now he's a different person.
Can we all agree that in 2026, at the time of this recording, that bubble has been bullshit the entire time? I think we know that now, don't we?
Considering all the stories that popped out.
Probably, sure.
Because
does that make it better? Is that like because now it's like he was pretending to live in that bubble for all that.
Well, we've been saying this bullshit for how long? If anything,
I don't think I've been calling it bullshit.
That he act like he don't care, but he's above it all, but he's full of shit. You just talked about that.
But even if that was the case, it's been exposed. The nerve has been exposed.
Right.
The nerve has been exposed.
So
that's
so
the
things
thing.
can't stay the same. You get what I'm saying?
I get that.
Right.
I get that. And
there you go.
And to be perfectly
everything's
clear,
different.
no, you're right. You're all right. to be clear, things have changed, and I understand his need to address everything, and I think it needs to be addressed. Okay. But at the same time, the fact that these circumstances and these events have changed his trajectory so drastically as an artist, you know, as an album maker, you know, as an MC, it's like shit. Like, I would have liked to hear what the fall off was going to be before all of this happened. And we're never going to get that.
Well, we are. This one.
But it's not. But now it's going to be packaged with this too.
Well, here's what I'll say.
So we're never going to get that moment where we just sit with this one.
Here's what I'll say to that. Masito, you had something to add before we jump in? Because we've been dominating the conversation. I think that considering the concept of the album and the title, The Fall Off, that we need this too. We need the last 2 years. Because, you know, there's this running joke that he self-sabotaged to create said fall off. Well, we here now. Whether it's true or not, we here now. So it feeds into the concept. Because if anything, he wasn't falling off. If he drops the fall off 2 years ago, he's dropping the fall off at the peak of his powers.
It wouldn't be a true fall off. Now it's an actual fall off.
He has created the fall off. And it might not be a steep fall off. It might be a little slip off. I wouldn't even call it that.
Pretty steep.
It's a slip.
Steep.
I don't know.
A lot of the people you respect are looking at you funny.
Well, I'm gonna get into that. Yeah. Thank you, Dini. I think statistically, he will be even more successful now. I think his streams are gonna go through the roof.
More ears.
I think that a lot of this that he's done, even the podcasting, the mixtape, all that, I think a lot of it is contrived to drum up even more interest. I think he understands. I think he's, to use a wrestling terminology, whereas Drake is the heel that's in your face. He's Hollywood Hulk Hogan. This nigga, J. Cole is like Triple H. He's plotting everything out.
Step by step.
He's Kaiser Soze, bro. He's plotting this whole shit out. And you don't realize he's the bad guy until it's already hitting the fan. That's what this whole thing is very contrived to me. And now that he's in this spot right here where it's like, I have an actual fall off. It is now the most anticipated rap album since GNX.
Yeah.
I'd say arguably he cut the line with Iceman as far as anticipation goes. And he's drummed all of this shit up, bro. Like it's almost borderline genius how he's done it.
And then the single was like prime what you want from J. Cole in terms of like the creativity and introspection type shit. Like if he stays in that realm, like he could lead the charge.
Then you do a 4-track mixtape. Oh my shit. But you do a 4-track mixtape where you talking about the things we want you to talk about.
For the heads.
But just enough. He ain't giving you too much, just enough for you to talk about it more.
Yeah.
This nigga, this is a marketing masterclass, if you ask me.
Yeah.
It's too quiet. I don't like that.
Next rollout, next great rollout to the clips, maybe.
Oh, no interview yet.
And everybody's talking about it.
I mean, I don't. Go ahead, Mace.
I was gonna say, I just hate that we've gotten to such a character analyzation point in hip hop, and I feel like this last year has done that because people on a day-by-day basis did it with Drake, right? Why is he making that face? Why is he hanging out? Why is he wearing boots?
Duck faces in photos.
Right. I mean,
with barrettes.
He's corny and that's it. This is what I'm saying. The thing is, I say Cole is different because Cole is performing musically. If Drake was performing musically, none of that would have mattered. That mattered because it fed into the whole you're falling off and the music was the first part. But J. Cole is performing musically. You know what I mean? So it's like this whole thing. Yes, he is, Sid. Yes, he is, Sid. Yes, he is.
He's performing musically, but not only musically. And I think that's like he dropped the podcast. He's making all
that
of
nobody listened to. We didn't even listen to.
Nah, you can't say that to Cole fans. There's a lot of them.
He dropped the podcast. He's making these public statements about the direction that he's taking. This is what I'm saying.
Is that a result of us analyzing his character and him trying to respond to that?
But here's my thing. And again, call it cape wearing if you want.
Here we go.
It's like the therapist era of hip hop, right?
Right,
now, bro.
but here's the thing. But Kendrick he drops music.
Mm-hmm.
He puts it all in the music. There's no statements.
Kendrick-
There's no
Hold on.
promo.
Maceo,
There's no,
I got it.
like-
You got me.
I got it.
Thank you,
I
thank
got
you.
it.
Like that's
Thank
it.
you.
It's just the music.
See, I'm gonna call bullshit on that. I don't think that Kendrick and Cole are that far apart as far as personality goes
At all.
Because to me, the same way. Hold on, Sam. Relax.
I'm just reaching for my drink. I'm reaching for my drink. yo.
Relax.
I'm not strapped. I'm not strapped, yo. I left the strap at home. I'm not strapped. I'm just reaching for my drink.
What I'm saying is, I'm dragging Dini down with me.
Yo. I'm here.
We complained, we lamented the 5-year layoff.
Yes.
Where is this guy? Right?
Okay.
And then he heard the noise.
Yeah, man.
And what did he give us? Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
Uh-huh.
To me, what the fall off is no different. He had an album that was done. Things happened. He heard the noise, and he clearly has rabbit ears.
And
he's ingested all of the content. He's dropping bars about podcasting.
And the therapeutic science behind both.
Hello?
albums. Yeah,
It's the same. To me, the
it's
fall
not-
off of
it's
Mr.
not-
Morale is the same fucking album.
comeback.
That's what
It's
I'm
the
saying.
comeback.
And it's like they both,
And they both double albums, ain't it?
right?
Wasn't Cole talking about Kenny being
But
a fake
where-
therapy nigga?
But where was the promotional statement
Oh shit.
in those 5 years? That's why people was mad. We didn't hear from
There
him
was
at
no
all.
apology in front of
Nah,
52,000
you know,
niggas.
you know
well,
what Kendrick
look,
did? Kendrick
course
dropped the
there
phone
wasn't.
with no internet on his Instagram account. That's what Kendrick did. Like all of them are contrived,
Just to let niggas
bro.
know I'm not plugged
Right.
in. Bullshit.
They all
you just as
contrived,
plugged in as
bro.
everybody else.
While
You
Gla-
ate that shit
Right.
up.
While Glasses
He-
Malone tells us every week about him texting
He's-
him about Drake.
he's-
Hello,
Yo,
bro.
thank
Like,
you.
Kendrick is online as much
Thank-
as any
I'm
nigga,
not
bro.
saying, I'm not
applaud
no, that's
Maceo,
not-
Just as
bro.
contrived, bro.
Y'all misconstruing my
How
point.
you like one, you don't like the other.
You're misconstruing
He
my
don't
point.
like Cole, son. That's all it is.
Y'all misconstruing my point
That's my man.
as
Look,
usual
son.
because I'm not saying that he's not online. Everybody's online. Even anybody that tells you they're not online is full of
crazy.
shit.
Yeah.
They're full of shit. What I'm saying is that at least Kendrick had the decency to maintain that mystique from when we grew up. We didn't hear from artists until their album dropped.
Is it a mystique if it's contrived, Sam?
There was an interview that's
Contrived
promoting the album. You know, there's a concert coming up. You go see them at the shows.
Motion, basically.
They go like
Motion.
Motion.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I forget who it was that said it recently. That said, like they missed the era of when artists had a mystique to them when social media was not.
Didn't we talk about that?
We've talked about it, but I think somebody else prominently said it.
Oh.
When you know artists weren't like divulging all of this information all the time 24/7 on social media, right? Kendrick to me holds on to that era of stardom where if I'm not doing music or an interview or a show, you're not hearing from me. Like what am I going on social media for?
All right. And my counter to that will be we hadn't heard from Cole, really. He did the little pod after a year-ish.
Yeah. He was quiet.
He came back outside, did the little podcast thingy, the audio, whatever he called it, and he disappeared again. We didn't hear from him for like 5, 6, 7 months or more even. I might be underselling that. Now he's back outside. He has an album to promote. If it's promo time, then why can't he talk about the things? But you know, here's what I'll say, because I don't want to forget this point. I think he's doing a little bit more than Kendrick in that regard because when Dini was talking about like, you know the rules and, you know, you get punched on, you're supposed to handle it a certain way. I think he's overcompensating because he's built a certain facade over the years. A very believable facade over the years. And that got removed in one apology. So not even trying to be funny, but you think about it. We always talk about it on this pod, the perception wars. Like a lot of times perception constantly overtakes reality. Niggas always eat up the perception and believe that's facts, right?
Yeah.
If you set yourself up to be A, B, C, and D, and then in one moment people digest something that you do and they eat it up and say this is who you are now, you're fighting against that perception. So he kind of has to. Kenny nor Drake have ever put themselves in a position where they have to qualify themselves that way because they you know, say what you want about Aubrey. He is who he is, right? And the nigga rapping, got ghostwriters, duckling photos, Drop hits. This is who he is. So one minute I got braids, next minute I got a fade, the next minute I got braids again. This is who he is. Kendrick is a hermit that raps.
Yeah.
This is who he is. The one he got a facade is the December nigga. And he lost it. So therefore, in order to get it back, you got to build it back. And it starts with the fall off. I'm shooting a lot of bail at J. Cole tonight.
Yes.
I mean, he went from calm, cool, collected, like nothing affected him. He could walk into a room and be embraced by everyone in a great manner.
Right.
Like, it's just not like that anymore. I'm sure everyone still says, hey, what's up, Cole? But they don't look at him with this. The energy is different, bro.
He might could go to McDonald's now.
You know what I'm saying? The vibe is different. I mean, he them rides past 100 of them on a fucking city bike, you know, but like, it just, you don't. I mean, you have to really do like some fuckery to somebody to see them have that look around. You ever seen like how a nigga did you, like just did some fuck shit and now he's around you? You just see the energy not the same. You can't dap the nigga the same. The conversations ain't the same. He just not connected no more. You get what I'm saying? He's excommunicado now. I think that must be Cole life. I don't think it's like he can't go nowhere, but the energy's different now.
I think he's overthinking it. I don't even think he's excommunicated. I think he thinks he is, and he's, you know, that's where we at now.
Or like I said, man. SP,
is.
all the niggas that he loves growing up are
Listen,
looking at him with the side eye, bro.
It's literally what I said when I saw the second album cover. It's like, you overthinking it, bro.
First one was just fine the way it
Now we
was.
hate, you know, album cover scene. Like, yeah, he can't take a pic.
That album cover stunk.
Hate you, Cole.
That album cover was trash.
All right, I'm done.
Sid is like, fuck it, I'm
Croc
done.
denim hoodie. I don't know what
Next
that's
topic.
about, bro. Like,
Next topic, man.
It's like
Sid, a Cole
Riley,
hater.
fuck that nigga dreads, fuck them jerseys, fuck them
man.
city bikes, nigga.
Listen,
Fuck the plane
and to
food.
be-
All he did was take a picture in front of a red background.
I think Sin hated the big three more than Kendrick,
Yo,
bro.
to be clear,
Sin said fuck the big three in 2015, bro.
because I know there's gonna
damn.
be it's gonna be
shit.
comments. I know people gonna be in the chat like, you know, Sin can't let go of the hate. You know what I mean? I've had day ones even tell me on Instagram, like, you gotta let it go. Listen,
Yeah.
and I've explained it before. I'm gonna explain it again for whoever has missed it. I was front row for this J. Cole ascent.
True.
Facts.
And I was clapping my hands and shaking pom-poms. Pause.
Yo, I don't like nothing about that sentence. You scared me 2 times in that same sentence.
Clapping my hands?
Hey, look, you know, carry on, man.
Anyway.
He said he don't
I
wanna
was
hear you clapping for
like
Cole,
Cole.
bro.
Facts.
You know what I mean? It's like the little. This is gonna sound disrespectful, but the little engine that cut up, like, yo, you
Is you a hater versus a
you
Cole
right, you
hater?
right, you right
little
there,
Jermaine
bro.
that
Like
could, bro.
you've climbed so far.
Out of line.
You've climbed so far to the point where, like, I'm paying attention to every feature verse you drop, every song that you drop. I'm like, yo,
Right.
you right there. I doubted you once. I'm not doubting you no more. You right there. Now take your spot. And the one moment he had to claim his spot, he tucked it and ran off.
I mean,
So that's so to me, for me to have gone to that point where I wasn't a Cole fan originally, but he made me a believer up to that
so
point.
did he break your heart? That's what you said?
And then all of a sudden
Little bit.
you tuck it and
Little
run.
bit.
Is he Fredo? You might
Listen, he might be. He might be.
Fredo.
He might be.
Shit.
Y'all like
Salute.
Cuba?
You know what I mean?
Y'all like
for
Cuba
me,
at the
for
New
me,
Year's
for,
party
for
right
me,
now?
for me,
Nigga
for
said,
me
let
to
me out,
even
though.
for me to even consider, yo, if him and Kendrick actually go ball for ball right now, yo, that shit gonna be tight.
Is J. Cole safe with you in Lake Tahoe?
Nah, after that, man, it's
Hey, you look.
It is what it
I'm
is.
putting it on wax right now. You know what I mean? I'm not Team Cole, but I'm understanding of people making, you know,
Grave errors, bro.
grave errors or like, what is the word I'm looking for? But it's like an error as far as like you know, in the midst of combat, sometimes you overthink
Tactical?
things. Tactical errors. There you go. Thank you, Sin. He made a tactical error. I think he didn't expect the response that he got. I
Definitely
think he
did.
thought niggas would love, like, yo, this is a real nigga right here, not understanding what it ended up being, you
Right.
know. And I'm willing to allow some grace in that. Is there some fuck shit? Yes, but at the same time, Who are we to judge? We've all done some fuck shit. It's about what you do after the fuck shit,
It's
right?
hard to be a decent man
I'm
in the city
allowing-
of
Not in
demons,
front of
though.
He
50,
trying to be a
2,000.
decent
In
man.
the city of demons,
In
you
front of
can't
50,
work.
I
though.
ain't never done no
They ain't
fuck
leave
shit in front of 52,000.
You right? And all
That's a
no
fact,
funny
man.
shit. And all 52,000 of them niggas is still there,
They
cursing us out
connected,
every day, bro.
Connected.
Every day. Last Sunday on that video with this nigga, it was like 10, 11 straight comments.
It was
Just
war.
dickhead. Oh, fuck nigga. You don't know rap, bitch ass nigga. I'm like, yo.
Oh shit.
All cause Sis say he can't do what he doing. So the Cole fans is out in full
is
effect.
love,
but we gotta
man.
move on. We gotta move on.
Shooting bell, man. I'm shooting.
Hit the like button, hit the subscribe option, hit the notification bell.
My
Swipe
guy
the hype.
sued, man.
Do all the necessary things, right?
Gotta find a way.
We got the homie Story in the building tonight. He's gonna be
Facts.
our
Salute.
interview for episode 142. Make sure y'all stick around for that.
Yes.
Good vibes. In the midst of the J. Cole conversation, we have been, most people, I would say, on the opposite side of the Cole argument, have been waving the hip hop flag. It's not anti J. Cole, maybe saying, but not anti Cole. We're pro hip hop.
Facts.
But then the J. Cole fans are like, yo, what, hey, nah, y'all niggas tripping. Do the old heads need to adjust their perspective of hip hop in 2026, or is hip hop right exactly where it needs to be and everyone else needs to fall in line? Sincere, I come back to you for that.
Say the question again clearly, so I understand.
Do the old heads need to adjust to a new hip hop or new rules, if you
New
will?
rules.
Or do the people
Gen Z
who
rules.
the Gen Zers,
Gen Zs,
or do
okay.
the Gen Zers need to fall in line? Let's
Well-
make it very specific. The Gen Zers need to fall in line with the current
Well,
status of hip hop.
neither of those things is gonna happen.
Okay.
I don't think.
I
but
agree.
I mean, I think it speaks to like a different era, and you know they talked about it on. I mean, since we brought it up already, the Mellow podcast with Styles P.
Yeah.
You know, and Styles said as much. He was like, you know, I just, you know, there's a lot of nice motherfuckers. There's like incredible writers, rhymers, MCs, artists, whatever you want to call them, right? But there's just a certain grit that's missing. And we've had this conversation privately, and I won't, you know, there's a certain thing that I threw in the chat that I won't, you know, repeat here for fear of being demonetized. But there's a certain grit, there's a certain energy that's kind of missing, and it's not just in hip hop. It's a generational thing. It's a societal thing. You know, Mello said that something similar is happening. You know, has been happening in the NBA, right, and in sports, where, you know, yeah, sure, you're competing, you want to get the higher score, but at the end of the day, like, everybody wants to be friends with each other, you know? And we all came up in an era where, like, sure, you could be friends with each other, but not for those 48 minutes when you're
In between the lines.
exactly, you know? And I think that those lines have been blurred to the point where they don't even exist anymore. And now everything it's kind of bleeding into each other. Like, real life, regular home life is bleeding into professional life. And now everybody just, if we're gonna be friends outside, then we gotta be friends inside. You know? And that's not the era that we came up in. And to us, it, you know, shit turned out fine. You know? I'm sure, you know, everybody thinks Michael Jordan is an asshole, but he got his 6 rings. He still has friendships, I think. You know,
Charles Oakley, that's it.
It's a small group, bro.
yeah, you know, and I mentioned in one of the lives, like, you know, Jada and Beans went into it as, you know, as aggressively as I've ever seen a battle become.
Yeah.
They're friends now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Still friends to this day. So, like, just that level of, like, grit in the competition, I think, is missing today.
More grit on the grit.
More grit on the grit. It's missing in general. I feel it's definitely missing in hip hop. And that's where this generation is now, though. Like, they don't want to go. They have a fear of going too far to the point where, like, they might hurt some feelings, or they might burn bridges and kill a relationship, you know? And we didn't have that fear back in the day. So that's where I stand on it. I think both sides are pretty much gonna stay where they are. But I'm not gonna change my standpoint on that. You know.
Masito, talk to me.
The way of the world is that the old heads will always have to adjust. We're not going back to hook shots in the post. It's a 3-point game. You feel what I'm saying? Steve Jobs didn't release no flip phones. You understand me? Like the young people will the number will keep rising while the old people keep dying. This is how it goes. So there is no going back. There is no closing the you know, Pandora's box. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it goes. That's just, you know, hip hop is a microcosm, but that's just life. You know what I'm saying? So once the new rules come out, they don't abolish them. You feel what I'm saying? So while we would love, you know, the shit that we was listening to during the Clue days and this, that, and the third, like, hip hop has shown us continuously and time again that the adjustments will have to be made. The biggest battle that ever happened just happened with a rapper that had ghostwriters. Could that have happened in 95?
Thanks.
Or with the rapper opposite of him saying, this guy with ghostwriters is not even worthy of me battling. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, you know what I'm saying? The new rappers use auto-tune. The old rappers don't go on boom bap beats. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't feel like there is any way that we can, other than, you know, having our own bubble and listening to our own stuff and having our own little flow, that's doable. But imposing what we like and the way we do things on young people, if we didn't raise them that way and they don't already have it in them, it ain't in them. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't think it's possible. You know, the closest to the old game is that we got was last year, right? With just bars and beats and old rollouts.
Facts.
And you know what I'm saying, less singing and people wanting to be authentic. That was the closest we got. I don't think it's going to get any more than that, to be honest with you. So while, you know, I think it's a fantasy world, you know, to think that we done had rappers that kissed a record label owners. We done had COs. We done had COs that was the biggest drug dealers on earth. We done had all type of things that, you know, the dudes that was listening to KRS-One would have never thought could have happened. PM Dawn was getting thrown off the stage. You know what I'm saying? Now they throwing them on the stage. So, I think that's you know, a fantasy of us old heads.
On this game,
You know what I mean? That's a fantasy of us old heads thinking that we can get back to the old days. I love
Makes us old heads. Hey, look at this
Listen,
guy.
I'm getting there. You feel me? I got a gray hair. You feel me? So that's the way I feel about
Fuck
it.
outta
Bro.
here,
I'm sorry.
Got a
I
long
don't
way
think
to go.
There is no going back. You know what I mean? So we can shut them off and have our own culture and do our own thing and you know, have the Rap Roundtable podcast for the 35s and up. But nah, I don't think that. I think you would be fooling yourself to think that we could have something close to what we had growing up.
Fair play. Danny, your thoughts?
It's a young man's game. It's always been a young man's game. And I just remember, like, a small part of me wants to tell the young niggas, like, yo, it's still a culture. You know, you got to keep some elements of the culture. Because I feel like we did that. The self-destruction era niggas, you know what I'm saying, hated the I got 2 bricks in the trunk era niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Did we?
They did, bro. They did. The super, like, self-destruction empowerment, like, rappers, it was not cool. They was not cool. All the I'll shoot niggas this, I'm killing niggas. They wasn't cool with all of that.
Fun fact: "Self-Destruction" was the first song I ever learned word for word.
See
Big
that?
surprise.
There you go.
But it was
the culture.
it was for a school.
We're all blame
function.
education on there. Right.
It's raps. We are the world. So you know what I'm saying, for the culture. But like those days are just done. I feel like the stuff that we see the young cats doing now, like the sexy drill, the drill music. Even if you're not the biggest fan of that, that's where the culture's going. That's where these young cats is taking it. Now, can we like speak to these young cats and tell them, like, you know, try to put some game in it, and like you can make the music and not have to talk about killing niggas every 2 seconds. You know, you don't have to bring the bad karma on yourself. Like kind of like, because we brought a lot of bad karma, bro, in terms of like the music we love, like the drug music, the kill niggas music. A lot of niggas grew up on that and dumb niggas internalized it. You know what I'm saying? And like a lot of niggas like us heard it and said, hey, that sounds great to do over there, but I like what I got going on here on the sidewalk. Facts. You feel me? But like a lot of niggas internalized that, and the streets became what they became. like I feel like a lot of young niggas internalizing this. They can make dope music, bro. Like some of these young niggas are really fucking talented. I'm not one of them niggas that be hating on the young niggas. Like some of these niggas is really like the future. Shout out to like the Fergie baby type niggas who really are like leading the charge and like could really make something happen. I think you gotta let the young niggas just do their thing. You just could guide them, but you gotta let them do their thing. You gotta let them grow and evolve, like how we grew and evolved. You know what I'm saying? Like, look where Hove came from to what he's rapping about today. We went from like, you know, bricks to fucking Basquiat's. You know, like look what Nas is rapping about, sons and shit like that. You know, from robbing niggas on the 2 train type shit, like niggas.
Scarface,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's an elevation. I just think we gotta allow them to get there. We can't shit on them like how they tried to shit on us back in the days. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't want to say I disagree with anything y'all saying, but I think if we're talking about like the tenets of hip hop and where we are currently,
we're a long way from,
of course,
graffiti and bombing.
Whatever it was in the 80s, like we are so far removed from that. You know what I mean? So it's like, I guess for me, I'm looking at it through the lens of an artist or specific artist. Like when we talk about like what happened with Cole, we're not attacking him the person. Maybe saying this, but like the rest of us, we're not attacking him the person. We're thinking about it through the lens of the culture, and being that Cole is our age, he knows exactly what's expected of him, right? So from that perspective, I could see where we're gonna be hard on the person. You mentioned like the Sexy Drill and those guys, they're like 10, 15 years younger than us. Mm-hmm. That's a whole other world. I always mention, I worked in the high school for close to 10 years. What they're talking about, their lingo, their energy, their approach to life, completely different. I guess I would ask, like, is it hip hop or is it something else? Or does it just get filed under hip hop because it's black and it's urban?
A sub.
You know what I mean?
Sub genre.
Right. So I don't know if the old heads need to evolve. I just think everyone needs to do a better job of understanding what the conversation is at the time, I guess. Because if we're talking about Jermaine Cole and rap battles, then you should understand like what's expected of him. If we hear Fisher on the radio, we're not holding that guy to the same standards or expectations of a Jermaine Cole or whatever these guys are. You know what I mean? And I think sometimes that shit gets conflated because you got niggas that's much younger who are digesting J. Cole and they thinking, yeah, this guy's awesome, he speaks to me. But then there's people who are the same age as J. Cole and we're like, oh bro, you know better. You know? And then all these people end up in the comment section arguing with each other. Right. And then they speaking from totally different perspectives. And the thing is, no one's actually trying to come to a middle ground. It's just like, all right, SMD, FOH, you know what I mean?
Y'all niggas is too old, y'all don't get it. Y'all niggas is too young, y'all don't get it.
You're young and stupid, you're old and angry, so, you know what I mean? Yeah. And it just gets weird. I just think like, you know, again, I keep looking at the other, even though I don't look at hip hop as a genre, I think that's really more like a culture, but I feel like the rock and roll niggas, as an example, it's a clear delineation. Like, you got the older punk rock niggas, you got the new age guys, you got the grunge niggas from the 90s. Soft rock. It ain't too much cross-pollination. Everyone plays a position.
The hair bands of the 80s was like...
Right.
Way left.
So I'm looking at hip-hop the same way. Maybe everyone needs to just understand, like, you're here, you're there, and just play your position.
You're in emo rap, you're in trap music, you're in
facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Like the U2 niggas ain't arguing with the Queen niggas. They not, bro. You know what I mean? So maybe we need to get there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just work here, I guess. I just think it's like, I feel like we spend too much time following everything under the same shit, and it ain't been the same for so long.
Bro.
You know?
Decades.
But right, that's the thing. What is you know what I'm saying? What is the same? What is old?
I will ask one question though. Where's the protest music lane of hip hop today?
Nah, bro, that don't exist because everybody's afraid to get canceled.
Yeah.
Exactly. The minute you go, the thing is, all right, boom, say now somebody drop a song about Minnesota right now. There's gonna be a whole opposite side of niggas. Like, oh, so you know what I mean? Your political allegiances, you don't like the president. It just becomes a mess.
They got to be a whole nother genre to be the protest music now.
You know what I mean? I don't agree with what Nicki did. That's none of my business. But look, the minute she stand next to 45/47, look how the opposite energy. You know what I mean? Yeah. Politics is too volatile right now to even get into that.
Bro.
You know what I mean? Anyway, real quick. New York. We had the situation with Jim Jones saying whatever about Kid Cudi's record.
Right.
And of course, immediately the non-New Yorkers jump all over that. here go New York's ego, here go New York trying to take credit for everything, so on and so forth. Although historically, and the data will support that New York plays a significant role in all things, not just rap, in all things, whether it's business, media, pop culture, everything has to pass the New York smell test. That's not my opinion, that's an actual fact. I tried to explain to niggas the impact of market share and how New York's market share is different from everywhere except for maybe LA. LA's the only other city I should say that can have a real conversation as far as market share and how it impacts everything goes with New York. Chicago, maybe. Miami, maybe. But it's New York, LA, and everything else.
Facts.
New York, I feel like just suffers from like a perception of arrogant assholes, and the reality is, it's just like and we did the feature with Dead in Hip Hop, and they were trying to say, why does New York collaborate more on this and that, and I'm like, bro, you know how big New York is? It's we not the common city, so I feel like New York is constantly fighting allegations of being something that is not, and unless you're a true New Yorker, you don't truly understand like what's going on within the city. So I think they're fighting a perception war, Dini. Like, what do you think New York, if there's anything possible that could be done to change the perception of New York to non-New Yorkers?
I don't think so.
I mean, it might not be anything you could do.
I don't think
but,
so.
You know,
we're loud, bro. We're loud. We're rambunctious. We're competitive. We always want smoke. Everything is I'm better than you. I mean, that you could do that with your right hand man. You get what I'm saying? Like we're just out here like that. You know, we just really we feel that way, and we take credit because, like, truth be told, we really did come up with a lot of shit, bro. A lot of things that are trends today. A lot of things that are like seemed as dope shit in the culture. We're the ones that basically set the trends on a lot of those things, you know? So like that's confidence, you get what I'm saying? Like you look at Kobe, we don't say Kobe was, you know what I'm saying? Like he's arrogant. Yeah, nigga, like when you put in them type of hours, 10,000, you're gonna be arrogant too whenever you're amazing at your craft. We just did a lot of dope shit, bro, as a city, as a culture. And I think a lot of people see that, and when you say, hey, I'm about to go get me a Kango, this nigga go, yeah, man, I had one of those. New York nigga had them like 20 years ago. You be like, damn, I'm about to go get me this. And he just had everything you say you wanted to get. And you're like, yo, nigga, what can you not take credit for? And you're like, well, I got a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I just think people see that, and especially if you're from a Southern hospitality thing where everything is love, like they see that as hatred.
I think that's fake. There's a lot of hate that happens in the South.
There is.
They just bank on niggas like us being from New York being assholes, but it's like, the Southern hate be more deeper than the niggas be losing their lives in the South behind hate,
but
nigga.
it don't look like that because
We'll throw some hands before we
the camaraderie.
Clips.
They have, say what you want about the South, but they do have a crazy camaraderie. You get what I'm saying?
Where?
Nah, bro.
It's camaraderie on camera.
Prior to all this, you know, thuggish shit and all that. I'm talking about like if you take the South, that's how the South got their run. It's through collaboration.
They was always beefing.
Thank you, Mase. That's bullshit, bro.
They didn't collaborate crazy though, bro.
They did.
And we did.
And New York niggas ain't collab, nigga.
We used to, bro. Like the two hottest niggas in the city don't collab like they used to anymore. That used to be a thing in New York, bro.
Luda, T.I., No Limit, Cash Money. Like everybody in Texas beefing with each other. Didn't Scarface not like even mess with the dudes that he came up with? They always been beefing.
That's
with
later
each
though.
other, man.
But I get what you said. I'm not saying they're
beef is nationwide.
I was about to say something crazy.
Whoa.
Beef.
Whoa.
Yeah. Thank you, John, for saving me.
Whoa.
Because I was about to say something crazy
that I
too.
saved you.
Yeah, you
I was
did.
about
From
to say
coast
something
to
crazy.
coast? Jesus.
Midas?
Yo, out of line. But like, I just feel like they see us and they see us as like,
Nah.
y'all niggas are just like, y'all do too much. We're too much for a lot of people, bro. That's what I truly believe that.
Bro, because it's not like boom. I don't know if there's like a borough infrastructure in any other location. I think, again, I go back to Los Angeles. Like, you got your Compton niggas, you got your niggas from the East Side, shit like that.
I would say
Inglewood
Co-op City would be
niggas.
the version of that.
No, what I mean is like, you go to different cities. What's like Compton is a big neighborhood.
Huge.
Long Beach is a big neighborhood. I could continue, but it's just like, what other city has that where it's like, all right, boom, you got Brooklyn. You could make a valid argument that Brooklyn, Manhattan, Bronx, Queens, we don't count Staten Island. all cities in
Bro, like,
I'm sorry. In and of itself.
bro.
It might as well be from New Jersey.
Isn't
nigga.
RZA from Brooklyn?
There was petitions to send Staten Island in New Jersey at certain points. But it's like all of the 5 boroughs, all right, including Staten Island, they're all cities, quite frankly.
Apart from each other. Like,
Yes.
they're all their own world,
Yes.
basically.
So how you expect there to be this imaginary unity when it's 5 independent cities that share a space essentially?
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
I mean,
Can't cap.
everybody always can't, claim Brooklyn. If you claim Brooklyn, you had, not beef with just competition or some type of static.
there's always
Queens,
What hospital you was
and
born
then-
in? What school you
and
went
then-
to? Like,
and then Queens with the Bronx, and then Bronx with Harlem, and like
Brooklyn and Harlem. Yeah,
it's a lot of.
it's always
It's
been
not.
some
It's
shit.
just. It's competitive.
I feel like you don't get it until you live here. Like
because you're not used to that much adversity, bro. Where like your next door neighbor's like your fucking rival. Most people are not used to that.
Every borough got their own shit. I was talking to somebody the other day, and he didn't even know. I was like, yo, bro, like Flatbush niggas can't go to Canarsie right now, and vice versa. Like it's static. It's like it's just so much going on within the city.
Like the way New York City is, you might have 2 housing projects that are literally like across the street from each other, and either nigga can't go into those. It's
crazy
wild,
that
bro.
you went there because like mentally, I immediately went to like the concept of projects and stacking people up, floor by floor, 30 floors, stacking them up like sardines.
It was an experiment. That's why they called it projects. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
that does shit.
haven't been presented
Like, they be
yet.
like, oh, y'all don't get along, and y'all hate on each other, and y'all compete. I'm like, bro, nigga, this is New York City's the ultimate rat race.
so the head niggas in
And
the
that's
South
why
complaining
I don't
about
think we should change perception, because it's apparent to me that even in 2026, when we've been cold musically, and you know what I mean, everybody know the transplant energy is heavy in New York
to the
now.
tourists.
Like New
And the
York ain't even really how the New York we all came up in, but we still
That's a
are
fact.
big bro to everyone.
That's a fact.
Everybody still has they chip on their shoulder about New York. Every time somebody want to let off a joke, it's New York niggas with Timbs. You know what I mean? It's beef and broccolis. It's bacon, egg, and cheese in one word. Like
Chopped
they
cheese.
always love to
Bro,
talk crazy about us.
When I hear I'm gonna say it, my young white coworkers talking about low key and dead ass.
Yikes.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
You gotta check. You gotta
Where-
check they
where that
ID.
came from?
That sound real Minnesota-ish to me. So for me, it's like, I'm sorry. Like I feel like it's good for us to keep that big brother energy, and eventually, we gonna be good musically. We gonna have the clout we had back in the day, because the game always moves. Everybody been hot 3-4 times. You know what I'm saying?
This is facts.
So for me, like I think we should keep the aura. We should keep the these guys are so arrogant. We shouldn't be humble. We shouldn't, buddy up to nobody. We shouldn't change nothing about ourselves, because they aren't gonna like us anyway. You know what I mean? So if we keep the New York aura the way it is, we get fly, we get money, we talk crazy about the next folk. We don't like your accent. Just like you say, we don't even like the next borough. So imagine how we feel about your state.
Bruh.
You know what I mean? We don't even like the next neighborhood. You feel what I'm saying? So it's
Facts,
like,
man.
nah, I don't think that we should go out of our way to change perception, because they always gonna act like, they always gonna remember, back in 94 when we wouldn't play, UGK on Hot 97. Like they always gonna
This
brother
go back to that.
The South got something to say, bro. I was like, bro, nigga, y'all didn't had a lot to say the last 1 of years.
Bro,
They still
What
mad
more y'all
about
need?
That's
They
what I'm
still
saying.
mad
I was
about
4 years old when that came out, bro.
Project Pat getting 2.5 stars in the source.
Right.
What if
Still
it,
tight about
what
it.
if it was just whack? You know what I mean?
What if it was whack? You feel what I'm saying? So
accept
that's
it,
my
bro.
thing. I don't think we should. Nah,
2.5
absolutely
stars.
not.
I said stars.
We
mics.
should
We know
stand
you.
10 toes
Letting you
down.
live. We've been on your head this whole episode, bro. We
I
letting you
said
live.
stars. I just realized I
We
said
should stand
stars.
10 toes
Grand
down.
Theft Auto shit.
We should act like sin when Cole is brought up. We shouldn't change our mind about nothing, bro. Like, no. This how we are, and that's how we
It
gonna
is
be.
what it is.
Yo,
Sorry.
Mesito, stay right there,
Yes,
though. You know
sir.
what I mean? Episode 141, we didn't get to the young rap. We basically did a segment, but it wasn't necessarily the young rap
That's a
segment.
fact. That's a fact.
Talk. What you got for us this week, man?
Listen, we got a little bit of everything, because it's early in the year. You know what I mean? You don't really know where to go. We got a little bit of rap, a little bit of drama, a little bit of business.
Yeah.
But let's stay in New York for now, because we talking about this New York South business. For right now, Fabio Foreign just released a joint, right?
Favi.
And he's been in the news lately. Had a very controversial interview with academics who needs to learn how to duck.
God damn.
Tylil. So backdoored by Tylil. You're 36,
Wow, bro.
academics.
Yo.
That's crazy, bro.
Shouldn't even be nobody able to backdoor you, bro.
Shit, man.
But
Hey, yo.
so academics.
That's crazy.
So Fabio had the interview with academics, and he was all over the place. Clearly, he went up there. He wanted to talk. He's newly sober, released from jail after a prison sentence none of us knew about till he got out. And he's on the scene. He dropped a new song. He's getting at a few people in the song. He's getting at Black Boy Max, streamer. Twitcher.
Again?
Yeah.
Again.
It's the second diss track against Black Boy Max.
The first one wasn't enough?
Nah, it wasn't. It wasn't. I got an issue with Black Boy Max because he was in New York dancing Zesty Drill.
Voguing?
Yeah. Doing the Zesty Drill
That
I
nigga
tried
was
to tell
dancing
y'all
to the
about.
Tyler album.
And now they trying to act like New Yorkers do Zesty Drill. Like, he's from Jersey, bro. You know what I mean?
No lump of
That's
sin.
that Jersey stuff right there. So yeah, he's dissing him. He's dissing, Brooklyn Zone, 22 G's. He getting at a few folks in there. But the most important part is his issues with the A, calling everybody a rat. Basically, and that was kind of the crux, the big part of the interview, you know what I mean, where he was basically calling out 21 Savage for his F the Streets movement, for not feeling like he's really a street guy, for, kind of calling his character into question, which is interesting because Fabio is somebody whose character has been brought into question himself. So maybe it's a little bit of deflection there, I don't know. But to me, that kind of, resulted in that interview was a lot of folks in Atlanta that came out and just started saying, yo, when folks from New York come down here, we need to rob them. We need to make Atlanta great again. That was Alley Boy. He said we need to get robbed when we get out there.
Make Atlanta great
Make
again?
Atlanta great again. Very interesting there, right?
Oh, shit.
So,
Might have to rewrite my law.
Nah, we here.
so right, we here. We
in
here.
it. We
So-
in
Fuck
it.
it.
So so Favi's back on the scene, and for me that is kind of like brought up the larger issue of the New York Atlanta tension right now. You know what I mean? Because a lot of them came out and they didn't say. You only saying that because it's Atlanta.
As long as you're not talking about Sleepy Brown.
Not Sleepy
no,
Brown.
no.
Sleepy Brown.
Just love
Not
Sleep,
Sleepy
man.
Brown. I'm talking about like more like street level artists, young,
Okay.
people who are talking into the screen on the phone. You know what I mean? A lot of them came out
Aggressively yelling at their phone.
And have you ever tried to do that before?
Nah.
Scream at the phone? Like, you never screamed at somebody on FaceTime?
Nah.
It felt like foolish
FaceTime?
afterwards? Like, why did I
I'm dedicating time to talk to niggas on the phone? Get the fuck out of here. What
40,
you talking about?
whatever
talking
years
to,
old.
bro? I'm like, Jav hit me up.
I'm in my
like, yo, I
40s.
If I
gotta
ever
talk.
call a
It's not
nigga,
that
it's
serious.
important.
Jav hit me up the other day, like, yo, we gotta talk. I'm like, yo, when should I call? He's like, no, not a call. I'm about
Nah.
to voice note you. I'm like, it's not that much of
It's
an
life.
emergency, nigga.
Phone calls are reserved for life and death.
I'm like, what's going on? He's like, hold on, relax, nigga.
Even when I hit you up the other day, I thought about it. I was like, let me just text this nigga, man. Like, I ain't going through this shit.
Bro, I be so aggy when niggas call me,
Oh
bro.
my
I get
God.
like literally upset, bro. Because it don't be about shit. If it ain't life or death,
It's
don't
never
call my
about
phone,
anything.
bro.
It's never about anything.
Don't randomly FaceTime me if you're not about you know what I mean?
That I don't fuck with.
Don't do that.
appointment. You know what I mean? Tell me 2 weeks from now. I'm gonna FaceTime
No, seriously,
you in
though.
February. You
I
feel
need a
me?
week.
At least.
Prep time.
In the day of, I still might cancel. But
No,
yeah,
I
that
look at
kind
the
of
phone and say I was busy.
Shit.
while
Carry on,
while
man.
the
I'm
shit
sorry.
is flashing in
My
your face.
fault.
But
Work is crazy right now.
But that brought up the larger issue when that kind of it kind of created a little bit of static, between the younger era of New York and Atlanta, kind of bringing it to a head because even 21, you know what I mean? He was a little static in his response, mentioning that, if you've been 35 and you've been rapping since you're 17 and you still trying to make it, for me, that's like
21 like 35?
it wasn't he rapping when he was like, I don't know what he's doing in the UK,
young nigga,
actually.
yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, that's so keep an eye on that. It seemed like New York and Atlanta are really ready to kind of get at each other, which is interesting because Jav, we know people we know personally in New York that live in the A. You know what I mean? That's it's very much kind of a passage back and forth. There's people in Atlanta that deal in New
Facts.
York all the time. People in New York and Atlanta all the time.
A lot.
The nigga with the tight Nike tech said he was on 125th. Once upon a time, he had New York dreams. Anyway, carry on.
Listen, man. That's like the easy. I was in front of Magic Johnson Theater. That's when I know you lying. 'Cause nobody goes
in
to
real
Magic
time when he was
Johnson
like,
Theater, bro.
But I was on 2/5. I'm like, of all places you could have said 2/5.
Right. You could have said 116th. You know what I mean? You could have said Lennox or something.
Anywhere,
I'd have
bro.
believed you. But keep an eye on that because I feel like there's definitely a pressure cooker going on. The Atlanta, New York situation, you know, just like we just mentioned, everybody's always waiting to say how they feel about New York.
That's a fact.
So we'll revisit that, but I found that very interesting. But y'all know me, like as soon as I get any music news, any music business news, we got to bring it straight to the pod. You know what I mean? So,
Facts.
in a very interesting kind of acquisition, BMG Music used to be Sony BMG, but now they're just BMG Music. They are a record label / music publishing place. So they part of these people that was buying up all of these catalogs. Known as one of the biggest and truly indie record labels. Not under the big three. Not under UMG, not under Warner, not under Sony. They truly independent. They just acquired Concord, which is another one of the biggest independent music, labels in, in the world right now. And people are kind of looking at it like, is it good? Is it bad? Because people are, business people are kind of positioning this as like, oh, this can be like the fourth, this can make there's no longer a big three. You know what I mean? Sin getting PTSD. There's no longer a big three. All right? But so
Time.
you gotta watch it.
Timing.
Listen, man, we do this for a living, okay?
You feel me?
But for people who don't know BMG's roster, they got a bunch of wide range of artists, you know what I mean? Out of the genre, you got Kylie Minogue, you got Kurt Cobain's catalog they bought up recently, you got Motley Crue's catalog they bought recently, Jelly Roll, one of their more modern artists. On the hip hop side, they not too crazy. I think YG is over there. I think Action Bronson is over there. They not a huge hip hop catalog, but if they do become the fourth biggest record label, you got to look at them,
That'll change.
Of course. In Concord, there are other people who buy up a bunch of music, buy a bunch of catalogs. So
Are they independent or do
they both are completely independent.
no parent company?
No parent company for either of them right now.
Yeah, money.
They trying to become the parent company apparently. So I find that interesting because with the way music is being sold now, we don't know what's going on with streaming. Job has been a big proponent of the direct to consumer model. There's a lot of different ways people are selling music. So with two of the bigger indie labels kind of disappearing, along with this, this Rock Nation news with the, the thing that they just came out with. So I think it's another shakeup within the music industry on a low. You know what I mean? When I read the business aspect of it, the people who are in charge of what's going on here, keep an eye out on that too. Your favorite indie artists have one less place to go now. So that's not the greatest thing on a street level scale for stuff that we like, hip hop.
Yeah.
But on a business scale, it might make a big move. I don't know. You know, Uncle Loosh might just buy them up anyway. Who knows?
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
In this current day and age, and we saw what Cole just did with the Mase EP going direct to consumer, I really believe that considering this imaginary number that people decided was like, if you get this amount of streams, it counts as one unit. It's really better off just passing it off and just making it direct to consumer, because at the end of the day, that's the only way to truly delineate who's popping from who's just buying shit, not really having real emotion, have no human connection, so on and so forth. No mailbag this week. It's been very peaceful in the comment section, so I'll leave it alone.
They see Job and Sin get peaceful? Dean, is it us?
Of
It's
course.
gotta be, bro.
Of course. It was
Gotta
only
be.
that one guy who lied about what happened. But anyway,
Whack.
we are somewhere in New York City. You know what I mean?
Huh?
We got the
Definitely
drinks
New
flowing.
Yes, sir.
It's ice everywhere.
You dig?
It won't rain, so we got glaciers all in the 5 boroughs.
We do.
And nevertheless, we need you to get off Sincere's lawn.
Make this as quick as possible because Mase has to get to his scheduled robbery.
Word.
Listen, man.
So
watch out.
he has to get to his heist.
Money and violence, new
You see his
generation.
fit. You know what I mean?
Somebody get the
All
shiesty.
black. The
Top boy, Brooklyn.
black constructs is crazy. man.
That's how we feel it.
It's on go
But
time.
listen,
Cold day.
it is a rare time when Mase and I, every now and then we got to do the Ryu in the Cyclops handshake.
That's
You know what I mean? Because I got to kick Atlanta off our lawn, yo. I got to kick Atlanta off
happening.
of my lawn, our lawn collectively. I've also been accused of not being able to let go of things. I've been holding on to this for about a week. Probably a little bit longer. But this whole Sleepy Brown thing.
Kango Gate?
When he went up on a podcast.
That word.
I'm not even sure what the podcast was, but I know
It
Art
don't
of
matter.
Dialogue was the one that put it on Twitter. And he was claiming that one, that Biggie got the Kangol, the idea to wear Kangol as a style from Outkast. And second, that in the Big Papa video where Biggie was wearing a Kangol, that there was another gentleman wearing a Kangol in that video at the bar with, the video vixen. And that Biggie ended up mushing somebody out of the way, and that was supposed to represent Outkast, and that he was dissing Outkast.
Right.
A couple things here. One, the little brother energy from Atlanta towards New York is still so it's so prevalent. Like I don't understand it. I think if we want to talk about like things that need to be let go, I think Atlanta needs to let go of that little brother energy towards New York and that hate towards New York. That's one. Second, the Kangol thing. It's just so laughable because I can't do anything but laugh about it. Yeah. So Outkast wore Kangols in the Players Ball video, right? That came out in 94, early 94, right? And so Biggie came out later in 94. But prior to that, we had Slick Rick, we had Dana Dane, we had Kangol Kid, we had the entire 80s.
Run DMC.
Well, so there's a specific style of Kangol hat that they were talking about, right? But Kangols in general, yes, Run DMC, LL Cool J, whatever. But that particular style of Kangol hat was still worn prevalently throughout New York City. Not only that, and I don't want to say only Jaw, but Jaw would speak better towards this. The West Indian community.
I grew up seeing West Indian niggas with Kangos backwards,
niggas.
forward. This whole idea that Atlanta did that bullshit, bro. Like that's just culture. At the end of the day, Biggie's Jamaican.
It's culture. It's black culture. It's West Indian culture.
First generation Jamaican. His mom's is from Yard, bro.
And it's New York culture at the end of the day.
Deanie done seen Kangos in every direction.
Every fucking direction. With a good marina.
Come on. Fucking Kango with the red, green, and gold mesh vest on and shit.
You know what I'm saying? Mesh marina them.
Red stripe on a jerk chicken. Nigga. What are you talking about, bro?
And so here's my thing. Because this is just the latest in a long list of things that are trends that Atlanta has tried to take credit for. Mm-hmm. They tried to take credit for grills originated in New York.
Facts.
These are historical facts. Gold fronts and grills originated in New York. They try to take credit for polo, making polo hot. Like they don't know about the low heads. Like they don't know how far back we've been rocking polo.
Talk about it.
In New York.
Can I just jump in for 1 second? They tried to claim credit for Pradas. When I remember just being a kid seeing niggas in Flatbush,
The Pat
Brownsville,
Jones,
America Cup.
the America Cups. I'm like, bro, y'all niggas got them shits like 15 years after the fact. They claim everything as they did it first.
We been here.
And now, Kangol is just the latest on the list, right? We're Atlanta, we're tired of this. Mention something that can legitimately be traced back to you and only you.
Trap rap.
Because every time that y'all try to take credit for something, we could trace it back to New York. Every single time. So until you're able to do that, y'all got to get the fuck off my lawn.
Goddamn.
All the way. Because I'm tired of it. We're tired of it. The entire New York is tired of it. The fuck off my lawn, man.
Get off my lawn.
Hey man, I don't got too much more to add to that. We got the homie story pulling up real quick.
Yes, sir.
Episode 142 continues. Don't go nowhere. Stay cozy. Get you a little sandwich, a little bev, and lock in. As promised, Southside Jamaica's very own Story pulls up to the rap round table. Blizzards be damned, snow on the ground, roads not clear. We got this man to come to out of the way Brooklyn to chop up with the rap round table. What's the word?
Yo, what's up, man? Feel me? Chilling. What's the word, man? Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you pulling up. You know, nothing but illustrious guests here on the rap round table. We highlight our city. When people question about what's happening inside of New York, if you look at our guest list, what's happening in rap in New York usually passes through the rap round table. So Story, man, from Queens, rhyming for about 5 years, give or take, so far.
Less than that.
Less than that.
Wow.
My man, tell us, like, let's start there before we get into like the full backstory. Okay. What attracted you to rhyming?
Shit, trials and tribulations, life, going through shit. Feel me? Way to express myself.
And that part. Did you feel any hesitation considering the city, the volume of rappers? There's a lot of rappers in New York. A lot of pressure to be good. Did you think like, do I need to do this? Should I not do this? Like, how did you find the confidence to do it?
Shit, bro, I had a whole nother career, you know what I'm saying? So rapping to me was like just something to do. I feel like music in general was like an aura thing, you feel me? I never really got into like what people think too much, you feel me? But I was playing professional basketball before this, so, you know, just like a plan B, it's like a second option. Okay. Something else I got hurt. So.
This is your Pippin?
Huh?
This is your Pippin, basically?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'd be nice at anything though, gay. If I was a plumber, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like just different, gang.
You got the gift.
Gang. Yeah, I just got the gift of gab. That's it.
Now talk to me for a second though. You said that you played ball. Like,
that's a fact.
Did you play overseas? Like, what was that like?
Yeah, like I led the MEAC in scoring, like Coppin State. I went to Coppin State.
Get out of here.
Yeah, like I used to hoop though. Like,
you got a couple of hoop fans here. Myself and my guy Mase.
What years was this? Huh? What years was this?
I went to Coppin in 2014.
Coppin State?
Yeah, facts. Okay. I played in China, Germany, Kosovo, Romania.
Oh, you've been all over the world. God damn.
Hell yeah, bro. Facts. Put up numbers everywhere.
Well, high school you hooped at before you got to that level?
I went to Notre Dame Prep. And I went to Forest Hills.
All right.
Facts.
So you played against elite competition. Like when you,
we said Notre Dame Prep, we was number 2 in the country, gang. We was number 2 in the country.
Get the fuck out.
We was number 2 in the country.
I was thinking you was going to say a PSAL school. My man said Prep.
Nah. Shout out to PSAL though. I went to PSAL too though, Forest Hills. But then I went to Notre Dame Prep.
Locked in. How did you connect to Notre Dame Prep as far as going from Forest Hill to that? Like, did you get recruited?
I think like AAU, feel me, playing AAU and stuff.
That part right there. Just sit the raps now. I'll talk to this man about basketball for the rest of the night. You know what I mean?
I love the full story, but like, what was the injury?
I hurt my knee, bro. Okay. So what happened is when I was playing in South America, I had caught a bone bruise. So with a bone bruise is like that shit like heal itself. You feel me?
Yeah.
So throughout that process, like you get healthy. Then like you out for like 7 days, and it's like on and off, you feel me? So throughout that process, it's like hard to get back.
Yeah.
Then at the height of my career overseas, it's like once you start making a certain amount of money, you get hurt. It's like you don't want to take a shorter bag, you feel me?
I feel you.
You gotta take perspective.
Tell me the, you know, not to be cliche here, but tell me the story about your name, Story.
Oh shit! I feel like my life is a book. I'm the author of my own book. It came to me mad fast though, bro. Like everything came fast. Like trying to do music, I just tried it. You know what I'm saying? I had to come up with a name and story. I just felt like it fit me for real.
Cool. And around what year was that you came up with your name?
2020.
Oh wow! Like that's So
pandemic time.
You. So you wasn't playing. Like it's really just been like 5 years or so.
Nah, less than that. I dropped my first song with Kaki Ka Mood. I think I dropped that in 2020, I think, or 20. I forgot how long.
Okay. All right. So pandemic times. That's maybe. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or 22 actually. That song dropped in 2022.
2022.
Facts.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, Jamaica Queens. You said Southside. It's a lot of lineage that's in that,
Facts.
from that area, from that neighborhood.
It's a lot of pressure that come with Southside Jamaica Queens in 2026 if you say you rhyming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nah, it's a lot of talent. It's a lot of talent in Queens, for sure. Ray Smith, shout out to Queens, for sure. King Streets, Deva.
Ray Smith. He collabed with Chills. When we had Chills up here on a New York Talk tape, his single had Ray Smith on there.
Okay.
You got a joint with Ray Smith too, I know.
Nah, me and Ray got hella songs. My brother.
Nah, he popping,
My bro be going crazy though for a minute.
Nah, he's talented, bro.
Yeah, super different. For sure.
Yeah. Now, I seen your Off the Radar freestyle. You know what I mean? You went in for sure.
Appreciate
So my question here is like, because I also heard your most recent single. And they're just such different vibes. You know, you go on Off the Radar, you spit hard bars, but then your singles are so vibey and so like, chill. Tell us a little bit more about that dichotomy of your styles.
I feel like I'm versatile, but I feel like in putting out singles, I try to like really. I mean, a lot of artists, like I feel like rap about shit that they don't like live. You know what I'm saying? But I try to put a lot of like, what I go through into my singles and what I feel like freestyles is like fun. You know what I'm saying? It's time to express yourself. But yeah, that'd be my process. But I feel like I could do everything though. I do a lot of different shit.
What was the music you would say that, or the artist or the particular sound that drew you to this? Like, we all listen to it. We all like rap. You know what I mean? There's clearly an age divide here. So I might have listened to Jay-Z, but who was the person for you that had you like, I love this shit?
I listen to a lot of different people.
One day.
It's really like melodic artists. You feel me? I like
by way of music that makes sense.
Yeah. So like a lot of the melodic artists, I wouldn't say one specifically, but I listen to a lot of melodic artists for sure.
Well, that takes a lot of like bravery. You know what I mean? Because it's like holding a note. Like, is that something that you was like when you was younger, before, even when you was playing ball, even was that something that you was messing around with? Like, how did you decide? I'm gonna take this route?
Bro,
melodies.
People be telling me I could sing. Shit, bro. I don't know. I don't know when that shit happened, bro. To be honest.
Nah, but you don't know. But you had to book the studio time, write the bars.
Shit, that shit a lot of hours though, bro. One thing I was a workhorse though. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't always sound like this. Obviously, you know what I'm saying. You get better as you go. But I be in the studio a lot, bro. I practice.
So a lot of trial and error. You would say like, all right, this work, this don't work, etc.
Yeah, for sure.
I respect that. For me, it's like you mentioned 10,000 hours. Like I believe in process. I'm process over everything. You write the bars, you do the mixtapes, you connect with certain artists. But before you got to that point, there had to been a place where you can't just tell yourself, all right, I'm nice at this. Like, you had to have built that confidence. Who were the people like that told you, like, you know what, you're good at this, you should pursue it? Don't play ball no more, your knee hurts.
Nah, that's not even how it happened, bro. How it really happened is like I really had no choice. When I was going to the studio, my best friend helped chill. He was doing music at the time as well. I got hurt, so when I was rehabbing, my house had burnt down.
Damn.
Where it's like mad shit at the same time. Then I went to the studio with him. I made the song Mood at Koyo Studio in Queens. I dropped it and the song was like doing good on its own, you feel me? So it was like kind of like it was just a quick process. People was fucking with it. I'm the type of person though, bro, like if I feel good in doing something, I'm gonna do that shit regardless of I feel like
confidence is high. Yeah. I asked that question
if I ain't good at the point, like when we start, I'm gonna get there eventually. I'm gonna just
for sure. But like with music, especially rap, there's so many judgmental people that be like, this shit is whack. This is good.
And life and everything.
Facts. That's why I'm like, what gave you like besides yourself? You need confidence within yourself in order to pursue it seriously. But was there like a person that told you like, yo, Story, this is fire, bro. Do it.
Nah, bro. It's just
this like, is all you
know me. Nah, if you know me, honestly, bro, I got supreme confidence in myself though. Like, so I just do what I feels good, bro. Like honestly, bro. I do what I like. You can ask anybody around impressive. Me though. That's a fact. Though,
that's impressive because you're the first artist. In fact, no funny shit. We've been interviewing artists for years. You're the first person to say that. Everyone had a moment where it was like someone or a group of people said, you know what, you got it.
I was gonna do this shit regardless though. So it's like, yeah, I was gonna do it regardless, bro. Honestly.
So like, all right, we playing ball. if this don't work, I'm overseas, I'm here, I'm there. Whenever I'm done with this, I'm gonna rap.
Nah, bro, I couldn't play basketball at the level I wanted to. I felt like financially it didn't make sense. I was stressed out. I was going through mad shit. I just went to the studio. At first, I ain't do the shit to have a career. You know what I'm saying? I really was trying to express myself. I dropped a song, and it was like first song, keep going. You know what I'm saying? I don't stop nothing that I start. You know what I'm saying? So I was gonna keep going regardless.
Going back to the hoop for a second, because I don't want to undersell, not necessarily the basketball, but the overseas of it all. Like, you're a purebred New Yorker. We understand what our city is about. But for you to decide, all right, I'm going to go over here, play basketball, foreign country, don't know the language, don't know the people, don't know the culture. What was, like, take us inside of that. Like, what was that like for you personally to go through these experiences and still focus on playing basketball?
It's a lot of, like, you know, like, I ain't gonna sell it like it's not what it is. It's like hard, you know what I'm saying? Like, you go through trials and tribulations overseas. Playing from, you gotta play good at a certain standard. You don't play good, you get cut quick. It's like cutthroat over there, you know what I'm saying? But
so you was essentially living and dying with good games, essentially.
yeah, that's it, bro. You gotta play good. Hooper die. Hooper go home, gang. Hooper get your ass on the
go
flight.
home. That's
it.
a t-shirt right there.
But hell yeah, though, bro. But it teach you how to be tough, bro. You know what I'm saying? Not to quit. You gotta have a different type of mentality. I feel like overseas, like JUCO. You heard, like, if you're in the basketball, you know what junior college is. I feel like overseas is like JUCO. It's just ground, bro. You gotta be survival of the fittest.
That
type
part
shit.
right there.
Word.
Do you find any parallels between the sports world and the music game?
Me personally, bro, I think it's the same shit. Like, it's like hours in the gyms, like hours in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta put in the work, bro. See the results.
Put your reps in. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Jump in.
The basketball, because like my boy Job said, I'm an NBA guy myself. So the basketball, it's a fascinating thing, right? Because we all know the what everybody says. Every basketball player want to be a rapper. Every rapper want to be a basketball player, right? So the fact that you've lived those dual lives is kind of, you know, fascinating, especially doing it at a high level on both. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like, what do you prefer, right? Do you prefer being in the studio? Do you prefer working on the jumper? And
it's crazy, bro. I ain't think I love nothing more than basketball in the world. You heard, like, no cap. And then it's just like I found a new love for music. You feel me? And I treat it with the same passion, but. Like, if I didn't start music, I wouldn't say that. Like, it would be basketball, you know what I'm saying? I've been playing I was playing basketball since I was 3 years old. For me, I still be hooping now, still be in the gym, you know what I'm saying? But music is just different, bro. I'm in this shit. I just got a new love for it, a new passion.
And for the youngest coming up, who got shadier characters? The basketball behind the scenes or the music behind the scenes? Because they both known that, you know what I mean, be kind of difficult, you feel me?
I ain't gonna lie, they both shady, but basketball might be a little bit, I mean, not basketball, the music might be a little bit.
You was about
more.
to shock me if you said that. Like, I know coaches is funny style and shit, you know what I mean?
Nah, I had to think about it, but definitely the music, though. It's a lot of weird shit that go on in this shit, man. It's a lot of...
And I can imagine, right? Because basketball is stats, right? You can't front on my 25 or my 30, but somebody might front on your 30
music is stats too, though, bro. I mean, numbers don't lie, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if a coach don't like you, get 25, he bench you the next game still, so it could go either way, bro.
This is true. This is true.
Super fact. That's a fact.
Dini tap in,
Y'all hoop,
bro.
though. Y'all hoop.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
You're a professional basketball.
Street tournaments, my nigga.
I bragged the job, but somebody played in China. I ain't gonna brag.
I be trying
a long time.
I be seeing like the YouTube niggas like trolling with the basketball. I be waiting, bro, but it's like I be commenting. They never want to pop shit to me, gay. Like
you're a professional basketball player. What they gonna tell you?
I'm an artist.
It's different from niggas who just play tournaments in the
We
hood.
can't take that from you.
I'm an artist.
Even if you rhyme now, you're a professional hooper, bro. Like your talk different, your walk different, your form when you shoot different, everything different.
This ain't Step and Birdie, you know what I'm saying?
I got the little textbook, you know what I mean? Tap in, D.
So as I'm listening to your tunes, I'm hearing all types of sounds, all types of vibes, man. I'm hearing some dance hall vibes.
That's a fact.
I'm hearing some Afro beats vibes. What's your background, good brother? Like, are you from
I'm American, bro?
Word?
Yeah, I learned Spanish when I was living in Spain. I had to take Spanish dead ass because I was ordering food, bro, and they kept fucking my food up. Man.
Yo, shout out to AG.
Spain, though. They love me out there. I love Spain, but
That's what I'm saying.
I had
that
to really
international lifestyle.
I really went to college. Like I really was in a college class because I got tired of them fucking up my food, gang.
Shout out to my homegirl AG. She used to order from La Estrella, bro, because I couldn't do it. I used to just have to hit up and just, they was yellow rice.
She wasn't at the restaurant.
Shit,
yellow rice, white rice combo was not coming the way it was supposed to, bro. I had to shout out to the family.
But I feel like Queens, New York, like Jamaica especially, is like the capital of internet. Like it's mad different shit. So I was tapped into mad different nationalities growing up.
Because that's dope. Because you don't really see that. You don't really see like non-Afro artists doing Afro beats. You don't really see too many non-Caribbean artists.
Afro beats is a vibe, and I just feel like it's what you put on
is.
the beat also. But I love Afro beats though for sure.
Yeah, bro, that's dope. Shout out to that, man. Connecting with the coaches.
I want to tour in Africa, gang. You heard?
I mean, you walking the path. You
That's
making the necessary maneuvers to get there. Would you say like, all right, boom, you make the songs, you lean into the melodies. Do you? But like, if I saw you in the street, I wouldn't think that's the music you make. Do you lean into that? Do you like that? Like people don't know what to expect from you musically. If they see you like, he's gonna rap, and then the beat comes on and you're singing almost.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's rap, sing, pain. I don't know, bro. I just go in the studio. It depends on my vibe, gang.
Copy.
But I don't know. That's a good question.
You seem like the type to not like labels,
Right.
and being boxed into a genre. Is that accurate? Like, do you just think like music is music? Whatever you feel, and that's what you put out there.
Yeah, I mean, on the business side, obviously you gotta do shit with a structure. But me as being a creative and an artist, I just like to try to do it. I mean, what's fun to me.
Right.
I mean, what feel good.
What feels good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? What
fact.
feels right. Yeah.
So you don't overthink the creative process. If it feels good to you, you cook it up.
Yeah, that's a fact. I try mad different beats. I might do a country song in the studio. I might do a rap song in the same session. Like, I don't know, gang. I just be trying shit.
Now I like that because you know what,
Facts.
and I'll follow up with this question because as a New Yorker, native New Yorker, there's rules of engagement in our city. It is what it is. But for you to say that, when you go to the studio or just in your downtime, do you feel like any pressure as a New Yorker to do something very specific creatively, or whatever comes to you?
Nah, bro. I feel like, and this is not me humble, like, I feel like when you him, bro, you feel like you set the trend, bro. Like, whatever it is, like, I don't know, bro. I don't follow trends too much, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know if that answers your question, but I just try to do it. I do what I do.
Now, because New York, especially right now, there's a certain expectation from the city.
And I feel like you can't really follow a trend, bro, because you don't know what's gonna go viral tomorrow. Like, it's really like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you gotta be yourself, bro. Most importantly, bro, I feel like you're gonna win being yourself.
I appreciate that because it's like, I tell people all the time, I'm like, what y'all think of New York and what it actually is within the city, I would say, believe it or not, for the people watching, he's more of a representation of what New York sounds like right now as opposed to what it used to sound like. Like when you have an older head be like, yo, you should do this, you should do that. Do you ever get defensive and like, this is what I do. We don't do that anymore.
Nah, cause you always gotta be coachable, bro. You feel me? Like you never really know everything, but at the same time, people give you their opinion. I think I did a freestyle one day. I was in the studio. I was doing like an old 50 beat. Some old head was in the studio wilding like, you're not 50, like, but people be having their opinion,
we gotta
bro.
deal with in our city, man.
I don't
Like,
really let that
nigga,
shit get
man.
to me, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? But like, everybody can have their opinion and shit, but you gotta just listen. Sometimes I was taught, like, sometimes, like, how you say that shit is not how it come off, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Sometimes you gotta accept the message instead of, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Like, would you tie in your hoop experience to, like, having a coach who might have been an asshole, but he had a good message to your experience
I had a
dealing with
lot of
fans?
those, bro. And you never learn that until you get, you know what I mean? Until after the fact, but definitely. Those some coaches I thought was, like, a little too hard, but then you think later on, you know what I'm saying? And you learn. How
did your international experience impact your music taste as far as how you create and what you listen to?
Shit, bro, define what I've been through. I feel like my story, like my whole shit is like everything I've been through. You know what I'm saying, bro? I got a crazy story, bro. Like if we had mad time, like basketball, like for me, I feel like I got a crazy story, bro.
Well, give us a piece of that. You know what I mean? Like for the people who introduce you for the first time, besides the music, of course, like who are they getting? You know what I mean? Like who are you essentially?
I'm a father. Feel me? I got a son, 6, twin.
Dad gang, we love
youngin', man.
Bless.
Shit, bro, I'm driven, bro. But yeah, bro, I was playing basketball since I was 3. I wasn't supposed to go Division 1. Feel me? I played at Forest Hills, like I said, bro. Worked my ass off. Got a Division I scholarship. You know how hard that shit is. Same shit to go overseas.
Nice.
You feel me? For like my whole life, I go get what I want, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about just generally, because this is the thing, like, we all go through our processes individually as far as being men.
That's a fact.
You have your initial plan. As you said, you played hoop since you was 3.
That's a fact.
Obviously, the end game for most people when they play ball, you want to go to the league,
That's a fact.
right?
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah.
How did you, per se, like, not quit? Like, what
I ain't
led you
gonna
to
lie,
believe,
bro.
like, I could keep pursuing something else and attack it? Because niggas quit and they just
I ain't
fall
gonna lie,
off.
I never knew. You know, like, as coaches always tell you, you know, teaching you what you gonna do after basketball.
Right.
But, you know, nigga, I'm nice. I'm not trying to hear that shit. And you never really know, like, what you built for until that day comes. You know what I'm saying? I never knew. I mean, my knee would get hurt and I can't play basketball no more. You feel me? I feel like you're not ready until you get to that point. But I'm just not a quitter. You know what I'm saying, bro? That shit hurt like hell, though. You know
Was
what I'm
there
saying?
moments where you was like, yo, fuck it, bro. Like, I'm gonna just do whatever.
As far as like
Like, just life. Because life, it come at you fast. You
Nah,
feel what
life
I'm
come at
saying?
you fast, bro. You feel me? I went through stages even in this shit, bro. I go through stages, bro. I be down, you know what I'm saying? You get depressed in this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you be thinking that your work not, you know what I'm saying? It's not
It's
working.
not paying off. You putting all these
Yeah, you know
hours
what I'm
in and
saying,
it's
bro?
not giving you the dividends you
Feel me?
looking
Be
for.
hard on yourself. That's just in life in general, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta just have a different will to try to win, bro. You gotta overcome. This shit be crazy, gang. I go through shit every day, bro.
What would you say was the thing that kept you going as far as, like, I'm not going to quit?
My kid.
Because a lot of niggas quit.
My kid. People, I mean, people know. I mean, people that follow me, they know. People that be around me, my son, like, follow everything I do. You know what I'm saying? So, me quitting is like, nigga, I can't. You know what I'm saying? What I'm teaching you if I quit.
Now, let's speak even more about that process, about your journey, because in 2026, it's a lot of smoke and mirrors in the game, right? Everybody feel like they know more than an artist or a record label owner or A&R. Everybody feel like they got all the knowledge, you know what I mean? And often it's like 90s and 2000s artists telling us. So I'm interested as somebody who came out in the 2020s, a newer artist who came out, is successful, is moving, that has motion. What is the puzzle piece that people need nowadays? Is it just the music? Is it the image? Is it the social media?
It's
Is
mad
it
shit.
networking?
It's all of that. Most importantly, though, it's a team. You know what I'm saying? Like, building a team of people that's can't do everything by yourself. I had to learn that. As much
a
as say,
key
I mean, people
component
pop
right
it like,
there.
yo, I'm an independent artist, but that shit hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still independent artist, but everybody can't do it for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So definitely building a good team around yourself. Consistent, being consistent, I think, and I feel like those two things, you good. You're gonna go a long way. I mean, some people process gonna be slower than others. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like you're gonna get there if you just follow those lines, and that's what I'm finally learning to do. You know what I'm saying? In this shit, like dropping ahead of time, just doing a lot of the little shit in the background that you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of artists just think it's just, I'm gonna go get lit, I'm gonna go get money, but it's like a million things. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? But
Being
I'm
a rapper is
glad I
hard
learned that
work,
shit
man.
Yeah, I'm glad I learned the business side of this shit early though, bro, for sure.
What was that like? I say personally, like, I had to learn that as well. My brother Sin can speak to that. Like, you can't do everything yourself. You gotta pass off some of the work. Like, what was that moment for you? Or was there an instance where you sat back and you realized, yo, I'm bugging, bro. I gotta ask for help. It's no crime in asking niggas to help you.
I feel like I was doing a lot of shit and I was getting all of the work done, and I was still coming up short with like deadlines and meeting certain shit that, you know, you just can't. It's just impossible to do. You feel me? Can't be artists, make the music, drop the song, upload the song. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of shit that you need other people for.
Was it a matter of like trust for you as far as like I know if I do it, it's gonna get done, or was it just a matter of?
Nah, I trust everybody that I work with.
Okay.
Shout out to Casey, Coco, Jazz, Robin.
Shout out Jazz putting this together
Salute.
as well.
Shout out to Jazz. Definitely got a good team around me though, for sure. People that help me.
Are you planning on staying like independent, or is it, or a label is something that you're interested in?
I want to stay in the best situation. You know what I'm saying? Whatever makes sense. I don't know what that look like. You know what I'm saying? To go just outright and say that shit, but I don't want to be in a bad situation.
Right.
I don't want niggas at 360 me.
720,
This
nigga.
is a nasty work right now.
Doing
I
bad
don't want
shit
none
out
of
here.
that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I love what's going on right now. You feel me? I'm loving the process, bro. Feel me?
So let me ask you this. So even as a kid, you said at 3 years old you picked up the rock. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like life works in intervals of between like 4 and 5 years. Like school runs basically. You know, so you when you first started hooping, you know, years come by. Now you enter maybe high school, you know, and you're thinking, what is the next 5 years of life gonna be? I'm gonna be in college. I'm gonna be this. You get into college. I'm gonna be pro. You know what I'm saying? It's a 4 or 5 year interval. So now that you've been doing this now for about 6 years, right? What do you think is in store for you within the next 4 to 5 year interval, basically?
I'm gonna get a Grammy.
That's a high scale.
Tough.
I know.
Speaking of the Grammys coming up too,
You gotta set high standards. Yeah.
you gotta believe.
For sure. It's a fact. I believe in that.
Nah, I like that perspective, man. You know,
Sure.
because at the end of the day, I feel like
Major collabs. Like,
Yes.
A
Yeah.
lot of shit, you feel me? I
you
feel
looking
like
to
I got
collab
the
with?
More recognition, more love.
We're looking to collab with.
shit, Friday,
That'd be dope.
Meek, Herb, Herbo.
are these the people that you listen to, generally speaking?
I listen to a lot of artists that I fuck with their music though heavily. Yeah, for sure. That's gonna happen though.
No, absolutely. Like you speaking it at this point. I think
Shout out to Millies too. Shout out to
Shout out
Millies.
to Millie.
That's the first like mainstream artist
That's
that
homie
really
from
like
Boston, right?
I mean,
Salute,
that really
yeah.
tapped in. Me and Millie's about to drop again too soon, like the next like 2 months.
What do you think about like? Because Dini, you've talked about it, especially last year, as far as collaborative projects. Like, are you interested in that, or do you like you'll do a song, or do you
Nah,
want to get into
eventually,
like
yeah, nah, for
full
sure.
length tapes with artists?
I would though. Definitely want to do a couple of those eventually. I ain't dropped my first tape yet, but eventually though for sure.
Okay, I like that because I'm noticing just as a fan
I like
of it,
collabing, bro. I
Yeah.
feel like collabing is fire, bro. A lot of artists need to do more of that. You know what I'm saying? But you know,
Nah, I think that's the wave right now because we saw last year in particular a lot of whether it was artist collaboration, artist producer collaborations. You're seeing guys
Facts.
cook up as well. Again, to bring it to New York, there's a stigma against our city. Have you found it difficult to work with others? They might feel like, or they assume that you're a certain way because you're from
I mean,
New York.
everybody think. I mean, I feel like as New York artists, we got a certain stigma. You know what I'm saying? But for me personally, nah, it's not hard to collab. I choose who I want to collab with, and as far as like connecting, you know, some people move funny. I mean, it's regular, but we from New York, and you know how this shit is. But people that I lock in with, though, nah, we locked in.
No, I like that because
But I don't choose. I like really try to like lock in with artists that I'm working with. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like to.
you try to
fake
keep it as far. You got like a tight circle, you would say.
Yeah, or even if we working, bro, the relationship got to be like organic. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really like force shit. You know what I'm saying? Just make it. Yeah.
Or like the copy and paste relationships. Like this guy's doing this. Let's collab a story. Or you got to like know the person to cook up with them essentially.
Not necessarily
on that
saying
level.
you gotta know, because if the sounds make sense, you know what I'm saying, bro.
Just the vibes got to be
yeah,
like,
facts.
you know what I mean?
I
Lined
try to
up.
like build with artists though. You know what I'm saying? So the music could be real.
Right.
I like that. I like that a lot because I think there's a misconception. We talked about it on the pod earlier. There's a big misconception about New York. New York, I would say, if anything, New Yorkers suffer from trust issues more than not wanting
Like
to
we
work
all
with
got
people.
trust issues, bro. This shit,
facts.
shit weird, bro. This shit get weird out
So
here.
many weird niggas out here.
So many weird niggas out here. Coco, so many weird niggas. One more shot of Julio, I'm gonna start telling about the weird niggas. Let me put the cup down, you heard?
Nah, man, because it's like you feel like niggas is fucking with you. You put in some time with them, then the switch up is just ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Should be crazy.
See, it's not just us.
It sounds like he got a
Stories here
story. It
telling
sounds like he
you.
got a story, but he
You
don't
know
want
what
to
I
tell
mean?
it.
No, we ain't gonna
on
put him
the
out there
podcast.
like that. He got to
You know what
come
I
back.
mean?
We'll talk about
Get him
that at
another
a
cup
later
of
date.
Holy.
You know what I mean? It's
There's
about him right
Migos,
now.
but like, you know,
Nah, no funny shit, bro. It's so many weird people out here, and then when the New York niggas get to talking about how weird it is, we the assholes. That's usually how it
about
goes.
it.
You know what I mean?
Some of the New York niggas be
No, for
weird,
sure.
so-
It's wild out here.
It's tell you a dream and it be bullshit. You know what I mean?
Sell you a dream and it be cap. Crazy.
Come on, man. Well, like going forward now, what does 2026 look like for you? What's your outlook for this year?
Shit, bro. Just run it up, go crazy, bro. Drop consistently. I got fire on the way, bro. I'm about to drop again on the 12th of February, single Valentine's Day.
Look at you. Look at you. Thinking ahead.
For the
Valentine's
About to go
Day
crazy,
vibes.
bro. Yeah, we about to,
Let's spin
feel
that.
me? I'm excited to see what this year gonna be, you know what I'm saying, bro?
Is that a
But,
solo vibe or is it you have someone else on that track
Nah,
with
it's
you?
me. Single.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Then I'm probably gonna drop a Millie's after that.
Okay.
Facts, bro. We working, man.
Like, do you feel like there's a, because we've again, like we've talked to various artists. Some artists feel like working at a particular pace works for them. Do you feel like you need to in this internet age to continue to be rapidly putting out music?
I feel like you do as an artist though. Get what I'm saying? I was holding music. I got so much unreleased music that it's like you go back to it and like if I hear it like 4 months from now, I might not even want to drop the song anymore. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, it's like, but I feel like you gotta just put this shit out, bro.
Why do you hold the music? That's a good question because I get on my God sin about holding beats. So why do you hold the music?
Bro, I'm a businessman first, gang. So I just be structured about everything. You get what I'm saying? Like it'd be like, don't drop a song because if you're gonna drop a song, you're not gonna get paid for the song in the back end doing certain shit. It's like no point in dropping the music. Then you gotta hold it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit that. Yeah, bro.
So what does the vault look like?
This shit crazy.
Well,
This shit crazy.
that was gonna be my question. Like looking forward,
bro, let me get out the way then.
You said you saying you getting ready to drop more music. Like what's the vibes of the music that we're gonna get? Like is it gonna be more the vibey Afro beats? More
one more. It's gonna probably one more Afro beat maybe.
Okay.
Just pain, bro. A lot of pain, real shit.
Copy.
Bobby shit.
For the it might be an obvious question to many, but I gotta ask anyway. Why do you think like that pain music resonates so loudly, especially now? I noticed that in 2025, like people really was gravitating towards like, what is it about that's bringing the people in?
Shit, I feel like it's just a time for like realness, bro. It's a lot of shit going on in the world, bro. And me personally, I feel like that's how I can express myself. You know what I'm saying? I've been through a lot of shit, bro. But I just feel like pain shit is just the realest shit, bro. Like other shit is vibey, you know what I'm saying? It's trendy, it's good. But I mean, I just like to listen, bro. When you really listen to music, certain shit, bro, that shit just give you a different feel for this shit.
So you prefer to connect, like the listening experience. You want that listener to connect with you on a real level.
Like mad songs is hits, but like you go to a song like "Proud of Me," like with Meek and Friday, you go back, you like, damn, like it's just certain shit in the song, you know what I'm saying, that you can resonate to.
I like that, man, because it's like, I think I talked about this on our last episode. There's a lot of niggas who rap, and it's their job, and it's not art. I feel like you approaching this from an art perspective, like, all right, I want niggas to feel this and not just hear it now and then move on to the next thing right after that.
That's a fact.
I like that. I mean, 2026 is looking up for you. You know, I appreciate
God
Jazz
willing,
for connecting you to us because she told
Shout
you.
out to Jazz.
Facts, man. Like, I think
Jazz
maybe
be
like
working.
a month or 2 months ago, she put us on. So, you know, I went to your IG and I'm like, all right, this guy got some shit, man. You know what I mean? You know, I'm an old angry nigga. You know what I mean? I like what I like, but it was like when I heard it, I was like, this is tough.
Yeah, that's my wave.
You know what I like. You know, I'm a boom bap.
Right,
You
okay.
know what I
You know what
mean?
I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. That's what we like.
Ain't nothing wrong with
Mase
a
I got
vibe.
some of that shit too,
You
bro. I'ma
my
play out
wave,
some
I
shit
ain't
when this
gonna
shit over.
lie.
I'ma
You the
play out
type
some
of
shit,
music
like a
man.
vibe,
I'm
man.
gonna play out some shit when this shit over. I
Masito
got
and
ya.
Dini over there are
Yeah.
more in tune with the melodies that we are. I
We
wouldn't even
throwing your
cap.
music in the group chat. You feel what
You know
I'm
what I
saying?
mean?
Love me a
But
good melody.
that's why we connect, because we like different things. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
But like
you.
2026 and beyond, we hope for the best for you, because again, we want our city.
God willing, y'all
to be
too, bro. I pray
successful.
y'all keep going up, man.
course,
I pray we
man.
all
We
go
love.
up, bro.
That's a fact.
Appreciate
You
you.
owe me at the top, bro.
We
You feel
run
me?
into
Say
the
that.
weirdos too. We kick them out the way. It's all good. You know what I mean?
Man.
But again, like, where can they find you on the socials each and everywhere?
TheRealStory.hl, TheRealStory.hl.
I like easy names. See
Simple,
that right
feel
there?
me?
Very simple. The real story.
I wish I was trying to. No, I ain't even gonna say it. No, mind.
What you was about to say?
I was trying to get the name Story the other day on IG. I had 100 niggas reporting that shit.
Oh, no.
Nah, it's not easy, bro.
You needed to have that name in 2011,
Yeah,
probably.
Somebody got the page right now. We
Right.
was reporting that shit the other day. I said that shit to mad niggas. Report that shit. My fault. Shout out to Story.
Nah, you gotta do what you gotta do. If you want that name, flag that shit. Fuck it.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it works.
that's
Instagram
dope.
is not
watch
even
the
like.
Are they
episode,
even
report
active?
If
the
mad
story,
niggas
right?
flag it,
Not
they'll just
active.
kill the page. You know what I mean?
It fake like a fake page though. Instagram. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, you know what I
They
mean?
probably want to check for it.
This
to
is
be
the real
honest.
story right here.
Hello.
You know what I mean? Listen,
real story.
log into him. We will be continuing to tap in because we like the music. We love all the artists that come through our city. Like I said before, nothing but illustrious guests here on the Rap Round Table. We rep our city. All these other podcasts in different towns, they talk about a lot of shit. They talk about mostly New York shit. They don't support the artists within their city. We do.
It's a fact.
Story in the building, Southside, Jamaica, Queens.
Southside, we outside.
You know what it is.
Salute.
Dini, take us home, man.
Yo, shout out to our special guest, Story, in the fucking building. We appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Big New York in the building, man. Shout out to Masito. Shout out to Jarvie. Shout out to Sincere.
Super
Shout out to
producer.
Walt the Great. Shout out to the two lovely
Shinobi.
ladies in the building, too. With
Yes,
all
sir.
our powers combined, I'm Dini, the balance of the force, and You know where you at, man. It's the Rap Roundtable, episode 142. Shout out the story. We out of here.
We had the camera woman freezing outside for a War founder, goddammit. 142.
Salute to Walt,
Salute to Walt,
Play us some
man.
vibes real quick.
Hit that like,
Play a
family.
couple songs real quick.